This is the kind of stew I can deal with.
He's only going to communicate through the chat this week.
Got to blow on this curry, Duke.
You do that.
I will.
Oh. Stuart, we cannot hear you. If you can hear us, we cannot hear you.
We can't hear you, Stu.
You need to change things on your settings, Stuart.
Yeah.
Or else we'll never be able to hear you.
Well, like it's not even like his name's not flashing as if he's speaking.
There was something.
Yeah.
There we go. That was weird.
There we go. Oh, hallelujah.
For whatever reason, it reset everything to default.
Well, we're glad you fixed it.
It happens. It happens. Just to let you know, I really need to eat because I haven't eaten all day because of circumstances. So if you don't mind, for the first,
I really need to eat because I'm hungry.
No, you're just being fat. So for the first 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be here and I might just shout stuff, but just consider me kind of like eating.
Okay.
Don't talk to Chinny. Got it.
Yeah, well, we don't do that anyway.
No.
Well, we try and
I know,
avoid
right?
it,
What else is new? Hey-o.
That's the problem. When we go on like other shows, when I go on other shows, I'm so used to fighting for my place to speak that I dominate the show too much. Do you know what I mean?
Surprise me at all.
Well, you know what's funny? Last week, actually, I think I had y'all turned up pretty loud. So in the mix on the audio of the podcast, it was like, I think I was quiet. So I'm trying to adjust that. It's a process of, gentle adjustments, and we'll get it.
Yeah.
Of course we'll get it.
Hi.
Are we ready to start?
I don't know.
Hi, Tyrone. Tyrone's in the chat. Say hello to Tyrone.
Hello, Tyrone.
Hello, Tyrone.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
We're starting, people.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Ginny, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you play this week.
Something's happening.
Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite savior.
Very proud of you. That's very nice.
This guy is an idiot.
It's the veteran gamers.
If you need me, I'll be in the bubble bath.
It's the veteran gamers.
Outlaw country! Woo!
Yeah, boy. Shut up. Shut up. Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Listen, I don't have time to play with the phone here. I got a lot of stuff I got to get done.
Hello and welcome to episode 577 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yeah, 577. What's up, people? I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm eating, so bear with me. Bye.
That's Chinny over there. We are not military veterans, people. We're veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
Yeah.
And we stream live every week. That's Chinny with his mouth full.
That's Chinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Twitch and YouTube.
Stuff. Yeah.
Twitch.
Yes, we are well, Tyrone. Thank you. I hope you are well as well. Hope everybody's well. I want everyone to be well.
Everybody needs to be well.
Yeah, Stu, how are you doing? How's that corona shot? Have you had any bad side effects over the week?
No, I haven't. But
good.
But
but
I have to be tested all the time, man. And god damn, sticking that thing down your throat and up your nose isn't.
I thought they were developing some other test where it's like saliva or something.
Why do you have to be tested if you've got the jab?
Well,
it's not instant, is it?
I'm glad that you asked that question, Mike Chin.
It's not instant. That's the answer. Just say it's not an instant fix.
No, that's not the reason. The reason is because even though you've had the vaccination, you can still catch it and spread it, even though you.
In other words, it's not an instant fix.
Yeah, basically, you can still get it and spread it, even though you're not going to get ill potentially. Well, there's
so you don't get it straight away, like instantly. Is that what it is?
No, not at all. No, you're not listening. So, when you've had the vaccine, right, if you get it...
Yes, please go over it again.
Right, you just don't get really bad symptoms, but you can still give it to somebody else, even though you don't get ill, basically.
Right.
So,
yes, okay.
Still got to be tested, people.
So are you being tested every day or every other day?
Twice, well, 3 times a week.
3
So
times a week.
so we get
Damn.
on the Monday we do like a lateral flow test, which are about as effective as a chocolate teapot. So we do one of those.
Effective as a chocolate teapot. What?
Well, if you imagine you put hot water in a chocolate teapot.
That's a strange expression, Bruce.
It's a great expression because of chocolate.
I've just never heard it before. That's
crap.
okay.
Or a chocolate fire guard. There's another one for you.
Fire
Or a chocolate dildo.
No, I've never heard that one. That is a whole new saying.
No, wait, there's somebody who said, there's a comedian who said, if you're at a bachelorette party and you get a chocolate dildo to eat,
What?
eat it like corn.
I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, not like Ginny's chocolate dildo.
But then on a Thursday, we do another lateral flow test, but then also a proper test to be sent away. But you see, here's the thing. You don't get the results from that back till Saturday or Sunday. So you have to
Damn,
have
that's
the
a
other
lot of
lateral
waiting.
flow test. So you've got one in between the other two AVRs. I don't know. We stick a lot of shit down our throats and up our noses.
Well, we
the
appreciate you doing that. So
long
you can
of
take care
short
of
of
the
it.
folks.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, to stop us spreading it to colleagues and obviously the elderly residents that we look at.
Stu, say the bit where you stick it a lot of things, then you throw it up your nose. I got a job where I had a mouthful.
Okay, so
Go.
So we stick a lot of things down my throat and up my nose.
I've been to a lot of parties like that, Stu.
I bet you have. Oh, there you. Did it involve a chocolate dildo? Just out of interest.
No, other men's penises.
Okay. Anyway, on that note, wow.
I think there's a story in there somewhere.
My favorite time. It's story time. Story time.
I want to go first on story time this week. You ready?
Go.
Okay, we're going to leave aside the fact that I keep waking up at 4 a.m. Okay, we're just going to leave that to the side. It's been such a chaotic week. I don't even know where to start. Should I start with the toilet overflowing? Should I start with the internet constantly dropping out to the point we had to have a technician come in and rip our wall apart? Or should I start with the fact that our car got stuck in the ice and snow today?
Oh my God. And I thought I'd had a bad week. Flipping
I'm saying though, and it was the end of the semester, so all the students who didn't do anything for 8 weeks are suddenly like, what can I do to pass? And it's the beginning of a new semester tomorrow, so that means I have to keep getting these things ready for when the students come in. That's my to-do list.
Okay.
It's just been crazy. This week has been chaotic, but it's all been worth it because we have a new president.
Yes, you do.
Na 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 na. Way fuck Trump. That's the end of my political segment.
Yeah, that's well. Do you know what, Duke? It's funny that you had a toilet overflow because we had a water issue as well at my house.
It is funny.
Well, not so funny.
It was very funny when Diane was on a Zoom call.
On the toilet.
Going, no, I was in the toilet and she was in next door in the Zoom call, and I started going, oh God, oh God, oh God, and then I said, do not go in the bathroom, and I ran to get a mop and a bucket.
Oh my God!
The empty yogurt container to have used. It was not good. Well, the bucket wouldn't fit in the toilet, and I wanted to make sure,
God,
that it didn't actually overflow. That's the good news.
Well, that sounds like good news to me.
But it didn't overflow because I proactively took some things out into the bucket with the scoop, and then got it under control, plunged it, and then sent it back down, and everything's fine now.
Wow,
So
nice.
I know it's one of those moments. It's just like, oh.
Ours was a slightly worse problem than that because what happened is
yours was always the worst problem. Somebody could say my head got cut off, and Stu would go, "Well, it's funny you should say that because I can tell you a story about it."
It didn't involve blocking a toilet with shit, but we were sat downstairs on Friday. This was Friday. Was that Friday? I've lost track of days completely. But yeah, I think it was Friday, and Kay said at about 8 o'clock at night, I think I need to show you something, right? So I was like, right, what? And so she said, I saw this earlier today. So she waited till like 8 o'clock at night to divulge this information. And yeah, went into the kitchen, and there was what looked like a small dimple hanging down from the ceiling.
A small dimple?
Yeah, like I don't know.
Something's coming out of the ceiling.
Yeah, something that shouldn't be is sort of, like an outward
water
dimple.
damage?
Yeah, well. So I poked it with a pointy thing, and water came out of it, right?
Oh,
jeez.
I've had a few diseases like that.
I'm like, That's probably not a good thing. So we went upstairs to investigate, and it transpired that one of the pipes going into our hot water storage tank was leaking.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Jeez.
So yeah, needless to say, sort of however many phone calls and emergency plumbers later, we finally got someone out to it on Saturday evening, and by that point there was quite a considerable bulge in our kitchen ceiling.
That's funny that you mentioned that because we just watched a movie this weekend about somebody whose house was all messed up called His House. Have y'all heard of this movie?
No.
No.
It's really good. It's on Netflix. So it's in the U.S. on Netflix. I assume it's on Netflix over there. And it's about this pair of folks who come to the or go to the U.K. from, I don't think they really specify, some sort of war-torn country in sub-Saharan Africa. And it's all about like trying to fit in, and like people look at them strange, and then they have like this sense of foreboding and tension. And there's a lot of history. It's a ghost story basically, and there's like this backstory that gets revealed. It's really good. I really recommend it.
What's it called? His house.
His house. Yep.
His house, Ginny. His house.
And
His
the Duchess
house.
found it because she was doing a search. She did some search for like best movies on Netflix, and the New York Times had a list, and it recommended that. And it said the reason we watched it is because it said a number of movies have tried to aim for the same sort of, metaphorical impact of Get Out, but they haven't really succeeded. This one does, and I agree with that. It's on the same. It's not as good a movie as Get Out, but
I liked
it is
Us.
aiming in this.
Yeah, I liked
Us.
it.
I mean, obviously, yeah. But, by other people other than Jordan Peele.
Oh,
So
right.
here's
Very few
a
movies that do
question
anything
though.
similar. Yeah.
Could you combine those two movies out? Get Out, His House.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Oh, Stu, that was annoyingly funny.
I know, it's good.
Chinny just doesn't like to laugh at anything. You
No,
say, dude.
that's right. I don't like to laugh.
Despite
I know.
himself.
I don't. The fact that he said that that was quite funny actually. Ah, it's annoying.
See? Every now and again.
That's my
Every now and
job
again.
Every
to
now
be
and
the
again.
funny one.
Even a stop clock is funny twice a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
for the U.S. District Court.
Oh dear, what a week. What a week.
What a week.
What
But it's over
a
now.
week.
And
It is
tomorrow's the
just
beginning
another
of a
week.
new week.
I know, I
Right.
know.
Shall we
Nearly
talk about
look,
some video games?
Spring is coming, people. Let's have some
I hope-
sun. Spring
Not
is
at all.
Deck-
What are you talking about? It's the end of January. We got February
Well,
and March to get through before
we're
spring hits
closer.
us.
We're closer to
Well, we're
spring than
closer.
we were.
Deck in
a
the chat
month ago.
says Stu's first successful job.
Exactly. You see, it can happen.
The first
It
of
can
many.
happen.
This is the start of a new era.
I think
I'm on a
Deck,
roll.
Deck, I think
Yeah.
that's going to be the name of the episode. Thank you very much.
I like that. Yeah, Stu's first ever successful.
Yeah.
I like it.
Story time's
Listen,
over.
I'll take
isn't
it.
What you been playing?
What you been playing? What you been playing?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
need a wheel.
Oh
Chili.
yeah.
Wheel.
Sorry. Wheel.
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 Wheel. You got a wheel.
What are you still eating?
No, no. I'm
Sorry.
just
Wheel.
burping now. I'm very gassy. I'm very
Alright.
gassy.
Oh God,
So
what
like
you
John
drinking
Mulaney?
Coke?
I am drinking Coke. Yes.
Oh, there you go. You see.
All right.
Well, at least you're not snorting Coke.
I'm also snorting Coke.
Who
Yes.
says he's not?
Well, he could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
You got to get through this show somehow.
Exactly. He keeps
Yeah.
spinning it because it keeps coming up on him. Are you gonna go, Chinny, or are you still eating?
No, 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 no. I'm going. I'm
We
going.
can
I'm
all
going.
see that
Going,
the wheel
going.
landed on you, Chinny. Just go ahead.
Yeah,
Go.
yeah. I'm getting things ready. You fucking bastards.
We don't have time for that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
These things don't just happen willy nilly. I have to like resize
they
the
do.
text here and stuff. I've been
can see
playing
that. I'm
more
very
of that. Blah, 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 what do you call it? Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Oh yeah. Now, when last we spoke about this,
Yeah.
your attitude was they're trying to make you do a lot of stuff you didn't want to do. They're wasting your time with some stuff. Is that attitude still how you feel?
Yeah, well, a little bit, I suppose. So the structure, I talked about it last week, where you get an evidence board, and throughout the missions are pieces of evidence that are missable, and if you don't get them, you don't get a chance to unlock the 2 extra missions that are in the single player game.
Right. So you've paid for this content, but you can't play it
So-
unless you get some stuff.
I kind of, one of the nights this week, I was like, right, I'm going to Google, I'm not going to look for them. I'm just going to Google which pieces of evidence I need.
I would love to see a
And-
survey of how many people end up just Googling stuff rather than spending time looking for
Exactly. It's 2021. Who
Yeah.
cares about
I know.
finding stuff? So I Googled like, right, where do I unlock these missions? And one of them, you need 3 pieces of evidence. Dun dun dun. And once you know where they are, they're not that hard to find. And then to unlock one mission, you have to decode the numbers on one of the pieces of evidence. Then you have to solve an anagram, and then you have to match the anagram to a 4-number thing. And I'm like, I never would have figured this shit out. So I'm glad that I googled
because
it.
you're not material for the CIA as well.
Well, no, this isn't news to me. I know this. I like shooting people bang bang in the head.
But
Any-
this is like the last Starfighter, though. This is how they're going to find the next generation of CIA agents. And
Sure
Jason
it is.
Bourne is out there somewhere.
Well, good for them. So that's the one mission. So I did that, and then before I played that mission, I unlocked the other mission. So the way you unlock the other mission is there are 9 suspects, but only 3 are the targets, right? So then you have to you have to cross-reference
Right.
pieces of evidence to work out who are the targets.
Yeah,
So
who
it's-
you gonna kill?
So basically, you think that, don't you? But like anyway, so you cross-reference this person to this, and they transferred this money in this location at this time. And by process of elimination, you work out who are the 3 targets. Not very difficult to do. So you do that, and then I'm like, okay, great. Let me kill those 3 people now. And the mission's got nothing to do with killing those 3 people. And I'm like, oh,
What?
I know. So the 2 bonus missions on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War are wank. Are officially wank.
After all
Okay.
that work, and they're still not
Yeah.
even worth it.
So at best, they're like kind of bad. Remember like Modern Warfare 2 where you had the Spec Ops missions?
Yeah.
At best, they are like bad Spec Ops missions, like really, really small missions. Like a multiplayer map, like a mission on a multiplayer map where you go to one end, you get the guy, you kill him, and then you go back. Like, that's it. So the extra content is really, really not worth it. I'm on the last mission now, and it's really, really short, this campaign. It's not very long at all. And I'm on the last mission. And to be fair, I was fully prepared to have that mission done and dusted for the show. But I've been so kind of like, I forgot that I'm on it. Do you know what I mean? I forgot that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on the last mission. I still haven't finished. Like, it's so underwhelming. Not that it's bad. Like, when I'm playing the game, I'm not going, oh, this is crap. I'm just like, it's just so like, I quite like the setting. Like, I quite like the music in the game. I just don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, you're just doing stuff.
I have no idea what's going on.
I have no idea what's going on. Like, this is the mission where the game goes, right, you better, Bill, you better wrap up everything because we're gonna do it all, and this is the last one. Here we go to do all the missions that you want to do. And I'm like, all right. So that's why I did the side missions, and I have to do the last one. So a lot of the missions are pretty good. There's one where you infiltrate the what would you call it? The Russian embassy.
Oh, all right.
And
that sounds
you
cool.
are a Russian spy, and you have to kind of walk around and go into a little meeting, and you sneak about, and then the character that you play as, Bell, you have to let him in, and then you play as him, and then you fuck up the Russian embassy, and that was a good mission. Really liked that mission. So that it's not a bad game. I just feel like I forget that I'm playing it. Do you know? Like, I'm like, oh yeah, like I've still got to finish
Is
it.
almost like you zone out and
It's
just,
just-
play the game?
It's
without
just
taking any
standard, you know.
notice?
I would not recommend Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I think that the single player is fine. The multiplayer, I've had a little bit of a bash on the multiplayer. It's very, very same old stuff. I don't think that anybody that bought the Call of Duty from 2019 is missing much from this Call of Duty.
You
So-
see, I just feel like, and I know we say this every year, but Call of Duty's kind of had its day. Is my
well,
opinion.
the thing is, Call of Duty
Well, people keep
Warzone.
buying it.
Call of Duty Warzone has completely engulfed my life. Like, I love it so much now.
Yeah.
So the multiplayer, Call of Duty multiplayer was just like a standard, like good, reliable multiplayer. It still is. But for me, if I want a multiplayer game to play, I will play either Red Dead Online or Warfare. And Warfare is just unbelievable.
And you mean Warzone?
Warzone.
It's
Sorry.
The thing of like, Call of Duty, its day was when it changed the multiplayer online experience forever. The problem I think that Call of Duty has is that it just keeps putting more stuff in. First it was zombie. Right, I guess first it was co-op. First it was multiplayer. Then it was co-op, and then it was zombies, and then it was Warzone, and then it was this, and then it was that. And you know, it's too big. It's too much. It needs to break itself apart and have. But then it can't charge as much, I suppose. But it's just ridiculous that they're just, you know, Warzone by itself is like 100 gigs. Forget it. I don't even want Warzone. Why do I have to have that installed?
Warzone.
Yeah, but
is the shit.
I think you'd like Warzone, Duke. You just don't play
Because
it.
the reason why you'd like Warzone, I think, is
Chinny
because
tried this last week. It didn't work.
because you get stuff to do. You're always busy. You know, it's not like
Yeah,
PUBG
but I
where
just-
you land and then
I know.
you might have a bit of
hear
a
you.
skirmish and then 20 minutes of doing nothing.
Yeah, no, I get that. But on the other hand, there are objective-based multiplayer games in regular Call of Duty, which I don't play. I don't play Headquarters. I don't play Dominion or any of that. I just play Team Deathmatch. That's all I want out of Call of Duty.
I
Now,
suppose
again, maybe if I tried Warzone, I'd like it. But
it's a good battle royale. It's probably the best one. But
yeah, sure.
you know, like all things, once you start playing them, they're a little bit overwhelming. You know, me, who's played lots of hours of Warzone now, you forget how overwhelming it is for someone who hasn't played it. You know, and like, what's this? What's that? I don't know. Why am I doing this? But I think if you gave it a fair chance, Duke, I think you would enjoy Warzone. But anyway, Call of Duty.
Maybe I will. I'm not promising nothing.
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This is the Cold War Ronald Reagan edition. Is okay, but I can't recommend anybody to part their money with it because it's not that good.
Well, I have to make an announcement here. We got some shots fired in the chat.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Fraser Moore says Warzone is not the best battle royale.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is, Fraser. I think he wasn't. I don't think he was listening last week, but last week I said that Warzone is what PUBG always wanted to be, and I like Apex, and
I assume Fraser's gonna claim PUBG is the best.
Well, he's probably because he's had so many good memories with it, and I have as well. I love PUBG, but I think I could never go back to it. It's so jank, and
I mean, it's the original, but that doesn't make it the best game.
no, it's it's like going back to GoldenEye. You know what I mean? I had a lot of fun with GoldenEye, but look at it
Defend
now.
yourself, Fraser.
It's a piece of trash. You know.
I'm surprised Fraser even remembers PUBG since all he's playing these days is Valorant.
Yeah, exactly. Is a Stinky Poo says, will COD ever give us a brand new game ever? Well, I don't know how they can because COD's COD, isn't it? It's like if you change it too much, then it's not COD anymore. I don't know. I don't know what they can do at this point.
They do give you a brand new game every year.
Well, they do, but they're just the same.
It's got a different name. Of course, it's a different game.
Yeah, same. I don't know. I don't know what they can do at this point because it's COD, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's not a lot they can do. Is shoot shit. Have some weird over the top.
Now and again they'll have a year where they go robots.
Yeah.
And then the next year they go, that was stupid, wasn't it? What was we thinking?
Go back to what we did before. What is going on?
Let's just
here?
bring
Well,
it.
it's like the new Coke classic thing. Like you mess it up and people get mad, and then you bring something back that's like what people were used to, and it's the good stuff again.
Yeah.
It's maybe an intentional messing up of everything so that you learn to appreciate what you don't have for a year. But this is the same problem that the Fast and the Furious have. Like people want more and more and more of those movies. You can't just keep pumping them out and expect them all to be good. Of course, I mean I haven't seen any of them. They all look like shit to me. But the point is that you know, it's about just churning it out. Writers come and go,
Look,
Fink. We always need Indians.
Duke, there is no other film where you can have a car jumping from one building to another, and then from that building into another. Come on.
Yeah.
Not yet,
Yeah.
but soon we'll have technology for people to do that easily.
Exactly.
It used to be green screen was prohibitively expensive. Now everybody has it on their Zoom calls and stuff.
It's all about
This
rear.
technology
It's all
feeds
about
itself out.
rear projection these days.
Yeah,
Eric.
exactly.
Rear projection is the
So
one.
anyway, anything else to say about Call of Duty, Shinny?
Call of Duty Ronald Reagan is meh at best, but not worth your
Right.
hard-earned cash.
Well,
There you go. I think that's a
Wario
good way
cheese!
to end.
Yeah.
All
All right, spin that wheel,
yeah,
baby.
spin that wheel.
Da, 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 da.
Spin
Da,
it,
da. I'm going to press it a
spin
couple of times. This might go on
People in the
forever.
chat, what have you been playing?
What
Yeah,
phase
what
have
are
you
you
been playing?
Valorant.
playing?
Yeah.
It's Duke.
Hey, all right.
Duke.
Well. I'm going to once again talk about a Red Dead Cowboy Rootin' Tootin' Online. Wee-haw! Because I have been
Right.
playing a lot of Red Dead Online
God.
this week.
Do you know this is what's so frustrating about Duke, isn't it? You know, he like years and years and years he has Red Dead 2, and everyone's like, play the bloody game for God's sake, and then he's like, oh no.
Just to let you
Finally
know,
plays
Tara's just brought in wedges. Carry on.
Oh, nice. And then finally
Thank you,
plays
Tara.
it, and he like just doesn't stop playing it.
I'm also the
Why is
same
that a
though.
problem,
I've been
though?
playing a lot of it, and
Why does it bother you, Stuart?
It
if
doesn't
takes
bother-
me a
no,
long
it
time to
doesn't-
get to
it
a
doesn't
game?
bother me,
You
but
sounds
the-
like you're bothered. You
but the
sound
li-
very upset.
But the listeners wanted to know what you thought, and you just couldn't be asked.
hold on.
Well, I don't know
know.
what to tell you. You
know.
know what? I said at the time it's because it's on a console, and then I realized that it's because I like the mouse and keyboard setup. So I should have bought, or somebody could have bought for me if you really wanted to hear my opinion. You could have bought me the game on PC, but it's okay. I'm not mad.
Okay.
Well, you're not mad
Here's
because
the
I
thing.
didn't buy you Red Dead
Yeah.
on the PC.
Yeah. I'm glad you're not mad.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I
'cause-
am getting to the point where I'm getting like $1 of gold every 2 days.
Oh,
like,
really? Are you
rolling
doing
in
your
now,
dailies?
people.
Are you doing your dailies?
Doing my dailies, man, and I'm doing the dailies from different playlists so that there's the 5 regular dailies. So today it's like, there's always like 2 or 3 that are like competitive PvP stuff.
Yeah,
Win a
yeah.
round of, whatever. I just skip over those. I'm not doing those. I hate them. I'm no good
Yeah,
at them.
they're crap.
Whatever.
You don't wanna do
everybody,
those.
Everybody equips their explosive ammo and their Deadeye. And
You want to
just
do
who
do
can-
the ones that's like drag a bounty for 50 years, and you're like, yeah, I'll do that.
Exactly. Right. Break apart small carcasses. And I didn't realize fish counted because I was like, I assume it means land animals. No, it works with fish. I was like, oh, sweet, I just go fish. So I went fishing, which I love to do. And I'm getting some big fish. I don't know if y'all saw, but I've been posting the big ass fish that I've been catching. Oh my God, they're enormous.
And where do you
the
post
be-
these,
see-
Eric?
Well, Twitter, because that's where cool people hang out, is on Twitter.
Well, you could
I.e., not Donald Trump. Hey, anyway,
you could do it on our Discord, but never mind.
I could, but who
You
hangs out on
could.
I get there are people hanging out on Discord.
Yeah, people
anyway.
hang out on the Discord.
Right. So here's the thing, though. When you can kind of tell if you have a small fish or a big fish as soon as you hook it, because if it's a small fish, you can reel it in pretty quickly. The big ones take a while, right? And then if it's a really big fish, you kind of tell when it's getting close to you, and then like it's a cutscene, and you like have to yank it out of the water, and it's like whoa, and I'm like click, 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 like screenshot. And it's just I'm like so proud of it. I'm like 19-pound catfish. What? It's enormous. You have to put it on the back of your horse. I said that last week.
You did.
So anyway, yeah. But here's the thing. I've been doing those dailies, and the multiplier kicks in when you do 7 days in a row. You get a 1.5 multiplier. You get 14 days in a row. You get a 2 times the gold multiplier. So whereas normally you would get 10 cents for one of these things, now I'm getting 20 cents per thing that I do. And it's if I do a bounty hunter mission, then I get the gold for the bounty, and then I get the gold for the fact that it's it'll say like bring in a bounty from New Hanover or wherever. And so I bring in the fact that it's a bounty on the list of the daily challenge, plus the gold, plus the multiplier. I'm like, ka-ching, making it rain, baby, with all the gold. Yeah. And I got 15 bars, and I used them to unlock the trader license, the butcher table, which allows you to do trader missions. Now, here's the thing about those. that was, I think, maybe the first one that they unveiled for the game. Chinny, maybe you can confirm or deny that that was the first.
I can neither confirm or deny that.
All right. Well, they may have unrolled several of them at the same time, but Trader is clearly the one that they were like, all right, whatever. You collect skins, and then this guy makes them into stuff.
I do think they did it all at the same time, all the rolls.
Okay, fair enough. Well, this is the most basic one, and it's kind of boring because you keep getting these notifications that you're out of supplies, break supplies, or we're not making any items for you to sell. So every once in a while, I have to I don't have to, but it's still fresh and new. I want to see how it works. So I have to go hunting for deer and bringing it in. And he's like, better carcasses yield better products. And I'm like, I know I shot it. I should have lassoed it, but they run so fast. I don't want to spend all day chasing after a deer with my lasso and whatever. I want to do bounty hunter missions. Those are more exciting anyway. But I am making some money that way. And the nicest thing about making money is that I can finally upgrade my player ability cards. So for those who don't know, you pick these 3 cards, and eventually I can unlock a 4th after I get to a certain level, which make the gameplay different. So one of the cards is called Paint It Black, which is when you go into Deadeye mode, you don't have to click on the person. You just wave past them, and it'll automatically lock on them, and it'll fire toward them. So it's really nice. And I also got a card that refills my Deadeye meter, which is very handy because every time you join the server or start a different section of the map, you start off with 0 Deadeye. So you have to chug potions constantly or tonics. Or
I didn't. Well, what's the use of Deadeye online anyway? Because in the single player game it slows time down, but in the online
it does slow time down, and it does not do that here.
So I never really use it online.
I didn't use it at first, but when you're being chased by 3 people and they're taking you out and they're trying to kill your horse, having Deadeye so that you can at least not have to aim so much, it makes it a lot easier. And especially when you get painted black, you don't even have to really aim at all. You just wave your gun toward them in their general direction, and it takes them out. So I find that those 2 cards, painted black, and I don't know.
But it automatically shoots them.
Yes. Well, it puts the X's on them, and then when you hit shoot, then it shoots all the X's at once, or in quick succession. So it's not. You're right that it again, as I said before, these MMOs are trying to sort of approximate the way these mechanics work in the same way that Fallout 76 doesn't really have that, but it's something a little better than your average shooter game to make the process of shooting enemies a little easier than it would be if you didn't have that technique.
I'm with you.
So, I've been doing the trader missions. I've been doing bounties, and I've also had a couple of yellow missions. Now, we've talked before about how they don't have a lot of the, when you play the single player, every 5 steps you take, somebody's like, I got bit by a snake. My horse fell on me. There's this. There's that. But in the online, not so much. But I have encountered a couple of them in the past week, which makes me happy because it makes me wonder if maybe they're putting more in. So there's this woman who was like, my horse, they shot my horse. Can you give me a ride into town? And I was like, yeah, sure, hop on. And she was like, sucker. And she pulled out guns. And then 6 people came from all different directions. I was like,
Yeah, that happens. There's rewards in the game, like little achievements and stuff like that you can do. Not like Xbox achievements, but in-game achievements where, if you do so many of these, you get this reward and whatever. And one of them is
the belt buckles, man.
And one of them is help 100 strangers or whatever. So that's one of them. So one guy was stuck. He got caught in his own wolf trap by the looks of it. So he's hanging upside down. There's wolves kind of trying to bite him. So you kill him and then, you kill the wolves and then save him and then
kill the wolf.
Yeah.
I got you. See, now you're not in danger.
So there's plenty of those. The yellow missions, they're story missions. There's 2 kind of storylines on the online.
Well, I'm talking about yellow dot missions, just a random person out of nowhere. So
it's a white dot, but I don't want to pick on them.
That just reminded me. Well, actually, this one, I think it might have not been yellow. It might have just looked yellow to me. But anyway, it just reminded me. I have a treasure map that I haven't found yet. I gotta go find that. That's a lot of gold. That's like $1 worth of gold.
Oh yeah.
My God.
There's loads of treasure on the online.
I think I'm gonna do the Moonshiner mission next because that looks kind of cool. Tell the trader to go stuff himself. And that one of the trader dailies recently was eat a stew at your camp. But in order to do that, you got to have the stew pot, which is like $600. I ain't got no stew pot. Who's got $600 like that?
Well,
Come on, man.
well,
Like stew?
I certainly do
That's
not
it.
mean
I'm not
stew.
being funny, right? But that is an expensive stew pot.
It is an expensive stand. It's just
Because
a
let's
piece of
be
cast
honest,
iron
right?
junk.
This is this is set in the Wild West, which is a long time ago, and you'd have
Yeah.
probably paid about $1 for a stew pot back then.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
So anyway,
mental.
but Red Dead, I mean, that's the thing is that like and we talked about it's not as much variety as GTA Online. Like the GTA Online is filled with stuff constantly. I know they're always adding things. That's fine. I'm hoping they will keep adding to this. But the point is that even though it's not as much variety as I would like, and they don't have as many, stranger missions and stuff as the single player, nevertheless, there is some good variety in what to do. Bounty hunters, trapping, fishing, all that stuff. And I just enjoy the mechanics of it. I'll do a bounty mission, I'll do a little of this, I'll do a little of that, and it's relaxing sometimes.
that's what I say. Like, I mean, even with a single player, like you just go into the world and you tick a few things off the list, and it's nice. It's just I just like doing it.
And I think the reason I'm preferring the online to the single player is because like I said, I got like $20,000 in the single player, and I'm not a completionist. I'm not trying to do 100%. So the idea of doing all those things just for the achievement of them, like on the online, I'm getting the money, I'm getting nicer clothes, things like that, make me happy. So maybe when I get done with all that stuff,
I
I'll
dip
put-
into the online to do my daily challenges, but
Yeah.
I'll do the online more when I've done the 100% on the game. You know what I mean? So I'm
sure.
just trying to
Yeah,
work
no.
towards it. But I've had a mare with the single player of Red Dead this week. A mare.
Okay. I'm there.
So one of the collector missions is to collect perfect carcasses of different animals.
I am the collector.
One of
So
the
this means you have to kill them cleanly and all that.
you have to kill them
bullshit.
clean with a certain.
How do you kill a
gun.
bear cleanly?
I think it's with a scoped rifle. I think.
Oof,
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's vicious.
it gets worse because some of the challenges you have to kill a bear with a knife. So don't even ask me how.
What?
I know.
What?
I know. Apparently, if you stand up to a bear when it's running at you, it doesn't get you.
Yeah, well, that's what they do in real life, man. You've got to hold your ground.
Yep.
Haven't you?
So there is a rodent in Red Dead called an opossum, right? And
We had one of those in our backyard at one point.
an opossum
the old place.
are very, 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 very difficult to find. They're not. There are in many places, but they don't pop up very often. Excuse me, I got a burp. Oh, that was a big burp. I'm glad I'm muted.
Anybody need anything from the kitchen? Little John Mulaney there.
So anyway, I found an area that's pretty good for finding them. I might have to burp again. No, I'm fine. I'm very gassy. I'm
The
very
Veteran Gamers
gassy.
Burp cast.
You're very gassy.
I'm sorry, I'm very gassy, but I just eat.
You are very gassy.
So I found this area where they spawn quite regular, but to get them is really hard work. And then I found out online that what they do is if you run up to them really really quickly, they pretend to be dead. Right?
Yes,
Right.
it's called playing possum.
Yeah, plain
So,
possum.
so that I didn't know this. This is all new to me. You two said that like yes, that's the most obvious thing. Doors open, like obviously. I didn't know this, any of this. Right?
That's
So
fine. We all learn things.
so
together.
I run up to I see one, and it's a 2-star, and I'm like never mind. It's got to be a 3-star for it to qualify for this mission. But I was like I'll run up to it, see if it works. I shoot it with the varmint rifle. I'll get it right. Okay, great. Then I see a 3-star one. Right, I'm like, here we go. I have looked
we go.
for
Now,
a
here's a
little.
question though: could you take a 2-star one and a 1-star one and like smush them together?
Yeah,
Smush them
that'd be
together.
a good
Here's your
idea.
3-star.
So I've been looking for a while for this. You know, like hours have gone into finding this bloody thing.
Oh man.
So I ran up to it. It was played dead. I shot it in the head, killed it clean. Right, skinned it.
Woo!
I got the carcass, and it's a 3-star carcass. Checked it in my inventory.
Yeah.
It didn't register
Oh my god.
for some reason. The game did not recognize
The
me
game went, "Nah."
having this
Well, I tell
opossum.
I had a similar problem when our internet kept going out the other day. Because I was one of the dailies was load 5 animals onto your horse, like carry 5 animals on your horse.
Yeah, I did
And
that
I had
one.
4,
I did.
and I had just shot another one, and I was about to put it on the internet. Went down and said you have been removed from the Red Dead server. I was like, no, I was just about to finish.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did that one.
By the way, can I just say the dude who you've got a video of is a right bastard, isn't he?
I'm not watching it.
And so he just literally got a dude hogtied him, like just some random dude who was just riding his horse. Then took him to the river and just chucked him in hogtied and just rode off. I'm like,
Hey man,
this is
Westworld
not a
wasn't
nice
made to test the robots. It was made to test the guests.
No, yeah.
We learn all sorts of horrible things about humanity when you put them loose in a playground where they can be as evil as they want to be.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
mean,
Wild West.
It's like Fallout. Well, it's the
Yeah, it's
Wild
about
West,
Just
and it's
take some random person and throw them hogtied.
Yeah,
in
you
the
do.
river.
Chinny set off a nuclear bomb in a town of people,
Yeah,
including
that is-
children.
that is
Like, but
true.
you're gonna give this guy a bollocking because he killed a person?
I did it because this guy escaped from my hog tie, and he ran
Is
off.
this you playing?
No. This is me playing. But somebody, I
just
hog
happened to
tied,
have done the same
hog
stuff.
tied somebody, and he's on the back of my horse. Then he ran off. He got out the hog tie and ran off. And I was like, oh, I'm so annoyed because it happens all the time. But I don't know. This one just really pissed me off. So I got him, hog tied him again, put him on the rail, the train tracks.
What you lie.
Right, and then I waited, right? And then I waited so long that he escaped from that and then started to run. So then I was like, fuck this guy. So then I hog-tied him again. All right, he's having a bad day, by the way. Hog-tied him again, and then I just chucked him in the river. All right,
Wow.
I just watched him die.
Evil, Ginny. You're evil.
Yes, it is. Yes. But the other thing
It's
as well,
nothing to be proud of, you know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the other thing as well, because I'm a bounty hunter. Bounty hunter, yeah.
Yeah.
So I usually play it with Marsh this game, and we bounty hunt
Oh,
together.
you're lucky because that means you can do the bounty missions that have 2 people on them.
Well,
If
I did.
I want to do that. I have to kill one, put him on the thing, then take him back, and then go get the other one.
Well, I tried to do 2, and then what I did is I hog tie one, put one on my horse, and then I lasso the other one and drag him very
Does that
slowly.
work?
Yeah, but as long as you drag him slowly.
Man.
But I thought it worked until the guy on my horse broke free, and then
Oh, jeez.
I've got to let go of the guy that I'm got a lasso around, and then they're just both running in opposite directions. And I shot. But then I bought a reinforced lasso.
Well,
for
that's the thing. I had a
300
reinforced
quid.
lasso, and I lassoed a dude, and I was taking his friends out. First, I tried to do because today's daily was get a bounty without killing anybody, and I was like, all right, I'll try it. And I ran to the dude, and I lassoed him and hogtied him, and his friends are shooting me in the head, and I'm like, wait, don't shoot me yet. And then I take all his friends out, and then he's getting up, and I'm like, wait a minute, how are you getting up? I had the reinforced lasso.
You
I
got to
guess I didn't have
select
time
it.
to do
Have you
right or
selected
something.
it?
Yeah, I always select it. It's the first thing that comes up when I choose the wheel.
There's a lasso and there's a reinforced lasso.
Right.
You
I
used to-
wish you could drop the other lasso. It's so stupid. You have to keep all your weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Being a life of bounty hunter is hard, you know.
It is. It's true.
So-
I'm just glad I haven't. Have you had anybody try to take your bounties? Because I've never had that.
No, that's never happened to me.
I see the blue dots on the map, and I'm like, oh, you better not come for this bounty. I killed too many people and took too much time to get.
No, I've had people help me. Like there was a whole checkpoint of enemies waiting for me, and then when I got there, they were all dead, and there was just a random guy, just shot them all, and I think he just shot them because they were red on the map, and I just rode on by. Yeah, but I think they were for me for the mission that I was in.
Thanks, dude. I
Thanks,
now don't have to do all
dude.
that, but I still get all the gold. It would be nice if you. I don't know. Can you give people gold? Like, here's a gold coin for you.
No, because then you get into kind of like, I'll give you gold for if you send me a postcard.
Sucks that everybody messes those things up like that.
Mm.
All right, I don't have anything else about Red Dead. Do you, Chinny?
No, it's good though.
Yes, it is.
It should be Stu.
Spin that
Stu,
wheel.
you
It's on
should-
Stu.
It's just me. It's just me.
It's just
me.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Go ahead, Stu. Go ahead.
I played a demo this week. I've not played a lot, by the way, because I've been working for the last 6 days straight.
Yeah, you have.
So I've had no time off due to shit. But I did manage to get a demo or two in. So I played
I knew you was going to play it again.
Figment 2 Creed Valley.
What?
Oh man! Right. So here's the thing. I've never played Figment 1, whatever that is.
Nor have I.
But I thought, you know what? It looks pretty cool. I saw this come up. I think it was Rock Paper Shotgun were talking about it. So I was like, I'll give this a go. So I downloaded it. And at first, right, when I first started playing it, I was like, I don't know about this at all. I'm not too sure about the voice acting, and he moves really slow. So your character, like that, he moves at a speed. There's no sprint or anything. It's like, this is it. Yeah, this is it. And at first I thought, I don't really know. And all you can do is roll or attack, right? It's just a one button
Stu,
attack.
it's an isometric game, you should say, yeah?
Yeah.
And,
so it's
and you are fighting monsters. This isn't like a walking simulator. This is a combat game.
No. This is a full-on game. This isn't no walking. Right. And the art style is nice. I mean, this game looks good. It looks good. Cartoony. And as I sort of played it, it kind of grew on me. Okay. I don't know what it was. The music's kind of cool. The art style is really kind of cool. And it does like the boss. Right. So basically, you're playing in someone's brain. So this is somebody's.
Say, this area was called Cerebrum, and I'm like, that's
so you're playing in someone's consciousness, and you're
a figment of their imagination.
You're fighting people's fears.
Okay.
So this is the sort of prologue to the game, and you're fighting the fear of the dark.
I got you.
So that's what this is all about. So that's why there's lights lighting them and all that kind of stuff. There's some kind of simplistic puzzles where you have to switch these batteries around to light up certain lights so you can get to other areas. But do you know what? As I played it, the more I played it, the more I liked it. It is weird. When I first played it, I was a bit like, I don't know, I really don't know about this. But then I got to the boss battle, and the boss sings as he's fighting you. He does all this weird rappy cat type singing. And I'm like, this is actually kind of cool. And he when you sort of, like boss battles are always in like about 3 stages or whatever. Yeah. And then sort of when you get to, he has like a bit of a retort every time you beat a stage sort of thing. Right. And it's all about timing. You could, like, the rolls, I thought, you can just roll, but then the rolls become a really important mechanic because you've got to time those rolls exactly, to avoid getting killed or whatever. Right. And the more I played it, the more I liked it. I don't know. It was really, really cool. And I think when this does eventually come out, I might play it because I actually really liked it. Cool. You should give it a go. I mean, it's a free demo. It's a prologue.
Yeah, I got like 4 free demos that I've been meaning to play that I haven't gotten around to. I know. But, it looks interesting.
But this is quite cool, unlike the crap you normally play, Drew. Let's be honest.
Hey, you play what you like, and I'll play what I like. How's that?
Yes, good. It's really, really good. So that's called Figment 2 Creed Valley. Okay. And it's good, and the dialogue's pretty cool. And there's just some weird characters in it, and you knock on doors, and they just say weird stuff to you. And yeah, I think you should give it a go. Give it a go, Duke. Play it now. In fact, go and download it right now. And after the show's finished, you need to play it. Do it right this time.
I appreciate the suggestion, but we'll have to see.
I don't think Chini would like it, by the way.
No, this is not a game that I would like.
No.
Oh, there's a bridge of pencils. Oh.
There is a bridge of pencils, you see?
That sounds great.
Wow.
What's the problem?
But yeah, there's a lot of timing-based puzzles and stuff, which is kind of cool.
I'd like a game where you fight your ambitions, and then
I don't want to
get rid of those.
Hey, I just got a voicemail. I wonder who it's from.
Ooh, a voicemail.
Ooh,
how exciting!
Anything else to say about this Figment game? There,
really, Stu? It's good. I'd say it's actually really good.
You said that.
It's good. It's really.
You said
good.
that already, Stu.
I know, but it's good. There you go.
You know what we haven't played, Stu?
What have we not played? I know.
Poker.
I know. Oh my
and
God.
Nicole is in the chat. Doggies is in the chat.
What
She's
a week,
kicking
man.
off. She's like, oh,
week.
what the fuck, Stu? I fucking hate
I
you.
know,
Not you, Chinny, you're
know.
alright. And, we need to play poker.
I know. It's been a weird week because we ended up with 2 people off sick at work, so I had to then work like every day.
What an
So-
excuse.
I know, it's terrible.
I haven't
Terrible.
played the Ver for 2 weeks.
I know. Well, I know. I have played the Ver, but just for fitness stuff.
Yeah.
So
I need to get back on it. I need to get back on it.
I know. This week, Chinny, for definite. For definite this week.
For reals.
For reals.
For
I'm
realsies.
Off, I'm off on Tuesday and Wednesday, so Monday or Tuesday night will be good.
For reals, if you don't, you get the mang 1, 2, 3.
I know, yeah. Well, as long as no other weird stuff happens at work, I should be off.
Like UFOs and shit.
I know. Yeah, maybe that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
UFOs and shit.
Hmm.
So yes, we need. So you let me know which night is best for you.
Whatever. It's not like I'm going anywhere, is it?
I know, yeah. So yeah, and then I'm going to actually drink some beer as well. Cause I'm not having
beer.
beer for ages. Get some beer bottles going.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lord, it was either Lord or Kev Westman. I can't remember which one of them said they're going to get a VR headset at the end of the month.
Okay.
So we should have another poker player.
Yeah, I think I might try and play it again soon. Get some Vera.
Play it again soon.
I got it behind me. It's here, yeah. I just haven't.
Is it there? Is it still there,
It's
Chinny?
there. It's there. I can see it.
Is it still there?
It's there.
Yeah. Need to get some fitness, man. Get some fitness to fitness.
Mm.
Yes, that.
That.
Anyway, why is
Right.
this figment still on the fucking
Anyway.
screen?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel.
It's Eric.
Wheel.
Sneezing.
Oh,
Oh, he's sneezing.
he's sneezing.
Sneezing.
Okay, done sneezing. Let me tell you a story.
Oh, nice story.
Once upon a time, there was a guy who was in the mood for some science fiction shooters.
Whoa, slow down.
Ooh.
So there's this game called Destiny 2, which is like a
Oh.
really good science fiction shooter game. It's open world, which I love. A lot of content. I bought this game way back in the day, right? Way back.
Whoa.
You did. You're a big fan. Big fan.
I played hours and hours of it. And I
You
loved
played it
the
before it was
environments.
cool, Duke.
I played it before it was free to play, which means before it was cool.
Are you telling me, Duke,
And-
that you paid money and never played a game?
Well, no, I played it. I just didn't finish it.
You telling me that you
But here's the
bought
thing.
a game and didn't make the most of it?
Yeah, well, that's okay because I got a lot of fun out of it. And then I was like, I should go back and play it again. And I want to say this. I thanked Kahuna last week because he helped me with this jumping thing that I was trying to deal with. And now I want to say something special to Bungie, the makers of Destiny 2.
Yourself.
You motherfuckers! Oh my god!
Wow.
They took out all of the free content, all the story content from like the first 2 seasons, apparently.
Yeah.
So all the stuff that I bought the game for is gone. It's just gone. And the reason I'm so mad about that is because I spent like 2 hours trying to figure out where is this content. And I did Google searches about how do you get to, it's called the Red War is the first stuff that was in the thing. Where's the Red War? Where's the Red War? And they said, go to the woman who runs the Starship shop. And I was like, all right. So I go to the woman who runs the Starship shop. Nothing. She's just like, you can buy a Starship. I'm like, I don't want to buy a Starship. I want to start the Red War. Come to find out, after, again, 2 hours of reading guides and new beginner's guides, they keep changing the game. So all the websites I found were outdated because they were like 6 months old. In the last 6 months, I think it was like December or October of last year, they took out all that content. So I had to find an ad on or an article on Forbes.com, which is this financial magazine. Like, what the hell? But they said, oh, Bungie has vaulted, that's their term for deleting, all this content. So now, and the article had this paragraph that's like, so what's left for people playing solo? Well, not much, really. You can do strikes, which are these like co-op missions. You can play PvP, and that's about it, unless you want to
Wow.
buy DLC. And I'm like, buy DLC? You motherfuckers, I already bought the game. I paid for that content.
Bastards.
Let me have it back.
Bastards.
Motherfuckers. So, whatever.
Oh,
So they did that.
I got a
Uninstalled it.
statement from Bungie here.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Hey, oh, here we go.
It says, "Fuck you."
Ah,
We already have your money.
there you
What
go.
are you going to do about it? Yeah. So I said,
I just want to say, fuck this game. I'm done.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I need to play a different science fiction game. I got Star Wars Battlefront 2. That's got a single player. I should play that. No. I really want an open world game though.
Whoa, Duke.
Is
Duke,
there- wait.
you. Whoa. Whoa.
Huh?
Whoa.
You sent me what?
I sent you a recommendation for a space game.
What?
Everspace
Wait.
2.
Yeah. I don't want,
Blah,
I want
blah,
a
blah.
shooter. I want a first-person shooter.
Duke doesn't play games
I
that
want
would
a
make
first-person
sense.
Shooter.
Oh, that is true.
No, that's a ship game. That's a
Yeah, but
flying
you
around
shoot
spaceship
him.
game. Yeah, but it's not a first-person shooter where you walk around on space. Come on, get with it. So here's the
Ugh.
thing. I was trying to think, like, I really wish there was. Because Destiny's a pretty specific kind of game. Open world, science fiction, space game, lots of loot. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
Of course, Borderlands. Now, there's a million Borderlands games. Which one haven't I played? I played Borderlands 1. I played Borderlands 2. I should get the pre-sequel because it's cheap. I found it on the Humble store for like
Cheap.
$10.
There's a
Well, I
reason
don't wanna
why
pay
it's
more than I
cheap.
need to. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's old.
I mean, bad.
And it's not even
Yeah.
like old. Whatever. You know what? Haters gonna hate. It had a decent rating. I was like, fine, let's try it. So I tried it, and it's not bad, but it's hard.
That is the worst review ever, isn't it? Like, so what's your review of this game? Well, it's not bad.
But it's hard, and it's punishingly hard. It started off okay. First of all, I had this nightmare problem where I couldn't. You have to create a shift ID. So like Gearbox has their own service called Shift, and you can't get through. So I spent again an hour trying to figure out why a Shift ID is messed up, and I doing Google searches. And in March of 2020, a lot of people were posting about this and like, what's going on? Shift ID, because there's this. It says internal error when trying to create, and then people were like, you gotta. Instead of having a space in your username, you need to have an underscore. So I kept trying that, and then people were like, go into your INI files. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that shit. And I posted on the Borderlands Reddit, and somebody wrote back and said, actually, the Shift servers are just down right now. You had a really bad luck buying the game right when the servers went down.
Nice.
So play it in offline mode, and you'll be fine. And I was like, oh. So I played it offline. Oh, this works great. I don't care about PvP. Great. Awesome. I don't care about multiplayer. I'm good. So playing the game. It's funny. Borderlands, I think, has a really good sense of humor. And, you start off in this... you start off in the big H. They call it the big H, so it's pretty funny. You know that satellite you see at the end of the first game?
Yep.
And you're looking at this moon, and Jack is there from Borderlands 2, and he's now a good guy that you're working with and all this stuff. And, you get shot onto the moon, basically.
Oh,
in order
no.
to get away from the people who are trying to kill you. No, it's fine. You want to get
thank
away
God.
from the people trying to kill Jack.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's okay that you get shot into the moon. And so I'm on the moon, and here's the thing. Look. At first, I was like, oh, sweet. This is just like in Destiny because you can jump really high because it's on the moon. Sweet. But the precision isn't there. And the guns don't work nearly as well as the Destiny guns. And I'm just like, and it's so punishing. Like, I had to just keep trying the same mission over and over again. And there was one mission where I had to grab the person's, like, notebook or something that was dangling over this canyon. And you have jumping, and then like you hit the jump button again, and you'll glide with this rocket pack or whatever, but it's really wobbly, and it's not very precise. You know how Borderlands is. It's not about movement precision. The guns are fine in terms of precision, but the movement isn't great. So I kept dying trying to get this person's notebook, and it was just, eventually I was like, I'm not having fun. Like, this is just infuriating, and it's not
Can I just say,
entertaining,
this game looks terrible. I'm
Well,
just
it's
looking at
cel-shaded,
Jack's
it's Borderlands.
face. No, it just looks like
What's wrong with his face? It's his
terrible,
face. It's a
man.
cell-shaded, cartoony
it
face.
looks like
Oh, yeah,
Half-Life
not like that
face.
brain game you were just talking about with
Look
their
at
state-of-the-art
it.
graphics.
Look at it. Oh my god,
Why
that
are you
looks
so
like
upset
dog
about
shit.
this?
I don't know, it looks
Oh
like
my
dog
God.
shit, doesn't it? Jesus Christ.
Well, I didn't mind that. I thought the graphics were awesome and perfect and beautiful.
Wow.
But it wasn't fun, so I
I just
said,
want to say, fuck this game. I'm done.
and after another day or so of thinking about it, I was like, Destiny's not that bad.
Oh god. You're so fickle.
So I am fickle. I reinstalled
Oh my
Destiny, and here's the
God.
thing. Here's the
I
thing.
reinstalled it. I don't install it.
I did
reinstalled it.
reinstall it. I did. I know it was like 2 days later. And here's the
Oh,
thing. Okay, so
Jesus.
there's two things. Number one, Humble Store did a refund. You have to apply for everything. Every refund you request, it has to be like an individual request. It's not like Steam where they're just like you can refund anything. But Humble did. I said, look, I figure it can't hurt to ask. I bought this game. It's not
dog
fun.
shit.
Can I
It's
have my
dog
money
shit.
back? It's not dog shit, but it wasn't fun. It wasn't what I expected. It's too hard, whatever. And they were like, yeah, sure, here's your money back.
It's
I was
too
like,
hard.
Sweet. And it makes me want to keep going back to that company because it's not just about low prices, it's about customer service as well. And I really appreciate the fact that this company said, we value your business and we're not going to sweat this one sale. So the next time I buy a game, I'm going to buy it from the Humble Store because I really appreciate that.
Oh,
Now-
there you go. You see.
Yeah. As for Destiny 2, there is content there for single player people. Not a lot of it, but there are the strikes and there are these places called...
About 10 minutes ago, you were saying there was no content for it anymore.
Right,
Make your
there's not
mind up,
much.
man.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't really realize what the lost sectors were, which are these kind of little mini levels. And there's not many of them. There's like 3 of them for each of the areas that are available to go to. So I'm going to get through that in a week, I'm sure. But here's the thing. Look, there is story content in each of the DLCs. So I'm not big on the idea of buying DLC, and I'm certainly not going to buy it full price. And all the reviews are like really negative on Steam for the DLC because the loot you get from the DLC missions eventually becomes, I guess maybe they just give it away in other ways or something. Like everybody's mad about the loot, but I don't care about that. I just want to do the story missions. So I think those are still active, but I think they are going to vault them eventually. So again, it's like so frustrating. And I talked to Kahuna about this, and he said that it's because if they kept all the content live, then the game would just get bigger and bigger and bigger all the time, like Call of Duty, right? Which I guess I get that, but there are ways around that. It could be like if you want to go to this part of the galaxy, you have to install it. And if you don't, then you can leave it uninstalled or whatever. That would make sense. So I'm playing Destiny 2. It's fun. I'm trying
So
not,
glad
but
I
here's the
don't
thing,
like Destiny.
I know,
But here's
so
the
am
other
I.
thing. Right, and here's the thing: like, I have no idea all the different kinds of currency. Like, it would make sense if they had 3, but they've got 20. There's bright dust, and there's engrams, and there's
Well, of course, because
silver,
that's how
and
they
there's-
make the cash by confusing the fuck out of everybody.
I guess, but then there's all those different kinds of loot and all.
It's like
oh,
Genshin
it's so
Impact.
confusing.
That's exactly the same. Genshin Impact has about 7 types of
I
like
guess.
valuable currency bollocks.
And I think that the thing that I did wrong, well, I didn't do it wrong. Bungie did it wrong. My expectations going into the game this last time were I'm going to play that single player content again, but it's not there anymore. So if I go into the game not thinking about that, but seeing what else is available, maybe I'll have a little bit of fun. So
Maybe.
we'll see.
Maybe that's what you're gonna
Maybe.
have to do.
And in the meantime, again, the mechanics of Destiny are so good. It's so precise. I feel like I know exactly what my actions are going to result in the game. Whereas Borderlands, it's like, maybe I'll hit kind of near them, or maybe I'll land over in that general direction.
Yeah, Borderlands is
I like having that
it's always been a bit jank, but the thing I'll say about Bungie is they know how to make a good first person shooter. Like the mechanics of it feel good.
Yes, agreed.
Hey, do you mind if I pop off for 5 minutes and come back?
Okay.
Oh my God!
Just
Kenny's
for 5.
Just all over the place.
I'm all over the
You
place.
got burping
Sorry.
To do?
Huh?
He's gonna go burp for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, that's probably
go
what
ahead,
he's
go
about
burp.
to do.
Right.
All right. So that means that it's your turn, Stuart, to talk about a game you've been playing.
It is. Unfortunately,
it
we
won't
can't
be
have
on the
it-
stream.
I know. There's no.
Just tell me
visuals
what it
now.
is and I'll put it on.
The Bezier second edition.
Okay.
And it's a pity because I think you'd like this, Chinny. I think this will be your kind of game.
All right, well,
Well, he'll see the stream later.
I know. He'll have to. he'll
oh,
have
it's
to
like
wonder.
Geometry Wars.
Kind of, but slightly different. Slightly different.
Hmm.
But yes, I picked it up on Switch on pre-order, no less, because I saw
Okay.
a sort of preview for it, and I was like, I haven't played a good twin stick shooter for ages.
Ages and ages.
Ages. And let's be honest, Geometry Wars is the sort of benchmark for twin stick shooters.
It's the gold standard, no doubt.
It is. But do you know what? This is kind of close.
Okay.
This is kind of close.
It looks similar.
It looks similar. It's very, very busy. I mean, when you're playing this game, you have got to look everywhere because there is stuff coming at you from all directions. The music is super cool. It sounds great. There's 80 minutes of music, so there's a sort of soundtrack for every level, and it's all different. It doesn't repeat anything. To play the game start to finish without dying takes about an hour to go through all the different levels. But obviously, a normal human norm person is going to take a hell of a lot longer than that because this game is difficult.
Meaning you, because you die a lot.
Yeah, meaning me, because I'm such a noob when it comes to twin stick shooters. But the particle effects are great. It looks amazing. And it's kind of more intelligent in some respects because it tells you nothing. I mean, this game, it chucks you in. There's no tutorial. It doesn't tell you what shit does.
But is it intuitive when you're playing it? Does
but
it make
it's
sense?
intuitive, right? Because you get a little almost like a little radar around you.
Yeah.
And to progress through the game, you've got to like basically shoot these light sources, I think they're called, and they're sort of and each one's like a little mini puzzle. So you've got to do stuff before you can actually shoot the inner bit of it, if you will. So it might be shoot a load of enemies around the outside.
Right.
So so they're all slightly different to each other. And then once you do that, you can then choose which is the next level you want to take on, which is what's happening at this point in the game.
Okay.
And then you take that level on. And there's a story. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but there is a story. And what I kind of like about it, you've got an ouch meter.
Yeah,
so,
I saw that when you picked up something, it said ouch.
Yeah, so every time something hits you, it knocks so much ouch off. So you start with 100.
So it's your health.
Yeah, so basically the ouch is your health. So it starts with 100, ouch. And then obviously that goes down every time you get hit. But it does give you new health. So as you can see, there's like health you can shoot. So there's always, it's not quite as punishing as Geometry Wars in that respect.
Right.
But
it's nice to be able to recharge your health.
Yeah, exactly. Because Geometry Wars, it's a one chance. And if you get hit, you get hit. And that's it. End of.
Right.
Whereas this, you can get hit quite a lot really before you die. But you do get overwhelmed very quickly.
I'll bet.
And then when you do when you do the light things, which is what he's fighting now, when you pick up the center of it after you've killed it, then that gives you a power up. So there's all different power ups. So you can power up your like the speed you got. It can power up your fire power. It can give you abilities like freeze. So you get all this other cool stuff to do as well. It's really cool. I really quite like this game. And I'm glad I picked it up. It wasn't very much. I think it was only about £6 or something.
Yeah.
£6 or £7, which is about right, I would have said, for a twin stick shooter on the Switch.
About this for an hour's worth of play.
Yeah, no, totally. I think it's a nice little game. I don't know. Are you still into twin stick shooters? Have you played one recently?
It's been a long time. I'm not opposed to them. I think, yeah. I feel like they do get very chaotic very quickly, and I don't know. I guess the older I get, the less I'm into that kind of chaotic type stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I would say, it is a Switch exclusive. So this is only on the
never mind.
I know, yeah, you haven't got a Switch. But the original one is on Steam, so you can buy the original version of this.
Okay.
So basically this is an updated version for the Switch.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I like it.
Second
I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Cool.
Yep. There you go.
I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it.
I know. I don't know where Chinny's gone or what he's doing, but I'm hoping he'll be back soon.
Chinny, where have you gone? What are you doing? Come back. We need
but
you.
I guess we'll go back to you, Duke, seeing as Chinny
guess we will go back to
wheels
me,
and there's
and I'll talk
only us
real slow.
Yeah.
So that if he does come back, he can put this on the screen.
I know. I'm going to have a look, by the way. I'll have a look to see what it is. Because
okay, you do that.
I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah. So
okay. I've got it on.
It's called, there's a game came through on Steam called Pang Adventures. And I was like, is that based on the same? Yes, it is. There's this game from back in the day, which I should have looked to see if I could find the sound effect before the show started, but I didn't. So I guess this is, oh wait, play online. What? Arcade spot. Ooh, maybe it'll make the noise. Oh, downloading. Here we go. Initializing. Nope.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Come on.
We're waiting. Wow. This is good podcasting
right
here.
Capcom.
Podcasting gold.
Yeah.
Is that it? Have we done it?
Nope.
Is it
Oh, here we go. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make the noise. Hang on. Oh, there it used
Wow,
to
I'm
go Super
so-
Pang.
I'm so
Aren't you glad you waited
for
for that?
I'm
Yeah,
so glad.
absolutely. It's great.
Wow.
Anyway, so Super Pang is this game from Japan, which is kind of like Breakout, except the balls have gravity. And so you're in this basically a big room. You're looking at it from the side, and you're running around on the bottom as a guy with
Or
a
not,
little
as the
grappling
case seems
rifle.
to be.
Yeah. And you shoot your little grappling hook up. And so you have this enormous ball, and when you shoot it, it breaks into 2 smaller balls, right? You shoot those, they break into smaller balls. You keep shooting until you have the smallest ball, and then you can, whatever. So it's really not a very complicated game. But they've made this new game called Pang Adventures, which is the next generation, right? They've added a story. There's aliens dropping balls
There's
on
a
you. It's stupid.
story. There you go.
Yeah, there doesn't need
Every
to be a
game needs
story.
a story.
Right, exactly.
Balls, 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 balls.
So that's the idea behind the game is you're just breaking balls all the time. But it's a really good, fun game, and it's. Here's the thing: it looks like maybe Super Pang, the original, is, and there was a game called Pang, which wasn't as good. Super Pang was the game. It looks like it might be included in this game, but you have to beat the single player stuff or beat the story missions before you can get to Super Pang. And there's a lot of story missions, and there's like boss fights and stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just want to do the Pang missions and the Super Pang.
It looks
So,
very
in the meantime-
simplistic, if I'm being told.
It is very simplistic. Oh, it's very simplistic. But here's the thing: they keep adding one element to make it more interesting. So at one point, you get a gun instead of a grappling hook, right? So instead of just firing a thread into the air or a cable or whatever it is that will break the things if you move to the left, you just have a gun. So you sit underneath the thing and you. And that's nice because you don't have to wait for them to move around and time it right. You just sit under them. They give you shells so that you can withstand being hit by the balls, because usually if it's one touch, you're dead. So they give you shells. They give you things that'll lock to the ceiling, so you don't have to time the thing right. You just lock it up and then wait for a ball to hit it. They could slow down time. It's just, it's a very simplistic idea, but they've got a few things up their sleeve to make it more interesting. And
Yeah, I
said,
mean, I
boss
must admit,
fights-
I'm watching this now, and it does look a bit more difficult now.
Yeah,
Like the
pretty
beginning,
difficult.
it didn't.
I've
Well,
only
you
beaten
know.
the first boss, but it was kind of hectic.
Pang?
Because he's a Super Pang,
Yay! Super Pang.
Pang is
Yeah.
Pang is the classic.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh
what I'm
my
saying.
god, I used to love
Finally, somebody who
Pang.
gets it.
Pang.
Yeah.
Everyone looks at the Pang.
Well, there's a new Pang called Pang Adventures.
Pang.
and
Sure there is.
It's got a story.
This is the Switch
Yeah.
version, by the way, that you got us on
Yes,
the
it
stream,
is.
isn't it? So there you
Right.
go. Chinny, you've got a Switch.
Yeah.
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 Pang.
And it's good. It's fun. It's more complicated than Super Pang, which is the one I grew up with. But it's the same basic concept: balls bouncing around. Take care of them. Yeah, it's good. I like
What's
it.
the
And so
story?
the story
what's
is
the
there's
story?
aliens and they're dropping balls on everybody.
It's not. I
So,
would say
You know,
that's a bad
it's a dumb story. You don't
strategy for an alien. Do you know what I
Really
mean?
need it. Well, exactly.
Right,
And-
we attack tomorrow. Have you blown up all the balls? Shouldn't we use guns? No! Balls!
And it's like, I don't know. I don't like the timer because there was one that was like 20 seconds. And I'm like, how am I supposed to get all of these things out in 20 seconds? Turns out you're supposed to use the lobsters that are running around and let the balls hit the lobsters.
Listen
as
to
soon as the lobsters
yourself.
touch 'em.
Listen to
Yeah,
yourself.
I know. But the boss fight, it was this squishy alien. And every time you hit him, like, first of all, he had these warts. And I didn't realize at first you had to hit the warts while he's throwing balls at you. So you have to hit the balls, break them apart, and hit the warts. And then eventually the
balls.
warts
Why
fall
wouldn't
off.
you wanna
And then
hit
he's
the
like,
warts?
whatever. If there's a glowy bit on an alien, you shoot at it, right? Well, that's
Yeah,
the way it is with
warts.
this guy
Shoot
in
the
warts.
warts.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So, and then he's dropping slime, which makes it hard for you to move. And it's like, oh man, this is getting complicated. But I did it, and I was like, man, that was kind of tricky. I'm wondering what the next boss fight's going to be like. And I'm not the type of person who's like, I need a challenging boss fight to let me know I'm alive. I'm like, I just want to kill things. Red Dead Online doesn't have boss fights. I don't need them. But
No,
whatever.
no, it
Pang
doesn't.
Adventures, a lot of fun. It was really cheap on Steam. So yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, check it out.
So how cheap's really cheap, Duke? How much did you pay?
I think it was like $3.
Wow, that is cheap.
Yeah, I'm saying though, you know I'm a cheapskate.
We know.
'Cause
Oh
if it
no,
had been more,
we're well aware.
if it had been more than that, I would have just put it on my wish list. But it wasn't. It was 3, and I'm like, I can afford $3 right now.
Can you?
Do
Oh,
it.
that's good. That's good that you can afford
Yeah.
$3.
Somebody's doing well.
Exactly.
Yeah, he is.
Exactly.
So that's what I've been playing.
That's what you've been playing. Anything else from you, Chinny?
No.
No. Well, in that case, there is some news. I have got some news.
Oh
this
my
week.
god.
Ooh,
I
let's
know,
hear some
I know.
news, people.
Putting news first.
Yeah, I think what we need to speak about this week, first of all, is that Microsoft increased the price of Xbox Live Gold, and then everybody went, "Fuck that shit! What are you
Yeah, they
doing?"
did.
And
Yeah,
then
they
they went, "Yeah, we're not going to do
Never
it
mind.
anymore." Never mind, forget it happened.
You know what? I'm cool with that. Like, I recognize that people make mistakes, and it shows that they're responsive to people's complaints.
You know-
That's a good thing. We want companies to be.
You
that
know
way.
why they're so pissed off? It's because
'Cause they don't wanna give
Netflix
'em money?
Netflix did it and no one cared.
Yeah, but
Oh,
they
really?
nearly doubled the price to what it was a year ago. That's why everyone kicked up a fuss.
What was the price then?
6 months went up from $29.99 to $42.99.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't just like a bit like a £2 increase. It was like nearly.
That's the
doubled
trick.
in
They got too
price.
gready.
They got too bloody greedy.
Because
And
if
everyone's
they do
like,
it, if they do it by £2, all right, you've
Yeah.
only got to have
like, well,
like
well,
a-
however many millions.
a
that
million
is.
like that, and then
Yeah.
then everybody kind of goes, well, with inflation, fair enough, I guess, and you're good. But
right.
like they got too
Yeah.
greedy.
Exactly.
But they got too greedy.
What are they gonna
And-
do? Not have our service? Yeah. Fuck your service.
And 12, it meant that because they only had a 6-month one now instead of 12 months, and the 12-month one would now cost you £86 as opposed to $49.99. So it's like a lot of money. So everyone's like,
Nah, fam.
everyone's playing video games, right? You're making a shit ton of money already anyway because of the pandemic, and we're in a fucking pandemic and a financial crisis, and you're milking people. So they went anyway.
Well, that's the nature of capitalism.
Well, I guess it is. Yeah, to give them the due, Microsoft did go, oh, yeah, I guess, like, maybe we shouldn't have done it.
Whoops.
And the other thing they did, they actually chucked in a sweetener as well. They actually threw in a sweetener because he said, in addition, you'll no longer need Xbox Live Gold to play a free-to-play game. You know, the clue is in the title, free-to-play.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
So at least they did that as well.
Yeah.
So let's see how long that lasts.
Smart.
Yeah, 3 months down the line they'll do it again because they'll think everyone will have forgotten by now. It'll be fine. No one will remember.
We'll see.
Yeah, there's that. Resident Evil 4 remake has been rumored to be in the works for quite a while, but apparently it might be even further away now. Further away.
How far? Like
Yeah.
4 meters?
Further away. Because
More than
apparently,
Ah.
yeah. The studio leading the project was M2, a studio founded by Platinum Games. God, Platinum Games has got the fingers in everything, haven't they? Like anything Japanese, they're there. And they helped to do the Resident Evil 3 remake, which I didn't know. But for whatever reason, they've done a review and they've decided it's not what they want, so they're completely redoing it. So it could be quite a while before we actually
Fair
see it
play.
come out.
Fair play.
Yeah, they're gone. Don't look like it's not what we wanted. This isn't it. So fuck that shit. You'll have to wait a bit longer.
Fair play.
And I mean, I don't know about you, Chinny,
Yes.
but this is one of the most critically acclaimed Resident Evil games. I mean, everybody loved this game.
Everybody, yeah, it's the one I
Everybody-
know least about, really, as well.
I know, and everybody loved it. What are you selling? What are you buying? I don't know.
Oh, that's
So I think that they probably want it to be, exactly how they want it to be, I suppose, because it's the one that everybody's waiting for.
It's the one, isn't it? It's the
It is the one.
It's the absolute Resident Evil that changed the game, and they're right. They need to spend the right time because people are going to be like, "Oh, I remember Resident Evil 4, but yeah, but remember the remake." Ugh. So they've got to get it right.
Nobody wants that.
No.
Nobody wants
They could have justified that time on Resident Evil 3 because no one gave a shit about Resident Evil 3.
No idea.
They've got a quality bar, and they're sticking to it. So good on them.
Good on them.
Good on them.
Here's an interesting thing. Do you
Yeah.
remember Sky Oblivion, Duke? Do you remember this?
Yes, they were going to
Sky Oblivion?
remake Oblivion in the Skyrim engine just in time for when the new Elder Scrolls
Exactly.
game comes out.
10 years ago this was started. 10
Yeah,
years
well.
ago. And they've just
And
released...
Sorry, and hang on a second. The question really should have been at the outset, why? Like, what's the point? Just to prove you can do it. I mean, it's an impressive undertaking, don't get me wrong. You're going to prove to some people that you have chops to make games, but there's so many other things you could be spending your time on.
Quite. I mean, what's interesting now, if this had released, I don't know, 2 years after Skyrim came out, if they'd have managed to do this and get it out
That would
there,
be one thing.
it would have been cool because it'd been like so close to Skyrim. No one would have seen any more games that we're seeing now and how they look. And you look at this now, and Oblivion looked terrible when you saw it next to Skyrim, and now this looks terrible compared to what we're seeing these days, in video games. At this point, I don't see the point.
Well, at this point, it's like, first of all, why is this in the news? Why this isn't new? What's the
Well,
news?
they've shown off some early gameplay.
Oh,
So
early, yeah. This
early
is early
game.
now.
It's still not coming out, man. But let's show you some early gameplay.
Well, they want to
because,
keep interest in
we're
the
still
project. Which
doing it.
I mean, look, I'll give them this. They've stuck with it, and they've put in a lot of
They've
work.
definitely
and,
stuck
like,
with it.
Look, I've put in work on things that I didn't really think were all that worthwhile, but I wanted to finish what I started, and it's good for people to finish what they start. But before you start things, therefore, you really ought to ask yourself, what's the point? And I don't really think they had a good reason to do this in the first place. So.
Yeah. This is quite an interesting, right? Elon Musk, right? We all agree.
Oh,
yeah.
Christ. Fuck Elon Musk.
We all agree he's a bit of a
That he's a
dick.
jackass, and
Yes.
he busts unions at his company. Yes,
Yeah,
scumbag.
we all
I hate him.
agree he's a bit of a
Yes.
dick. But
He should choke on his own vomit.
I don't even know how to pronounce this name, but I'm going to give it a go. Okay, here we go.
Is it his son's name? 623 Epsilon?
No.
Hypotenuse?
Lyubimir Vladimirov. There you go. I don't
Okay.
know if that's probably nowhere near what it actually pronounced as. A Bulgarian indie dev has been on a mission for the past 6 months or so. Get Elon Musk to approve the use of the SpaceX name and logos in his upcoming survival sim set on Mars. And after, you've got to give this guy 10 out of 10 for perseverance. After over 150 tweets at the tech giant, he finally got some response on January 13th. And this is what Elon Musk said directly to him.
Fuck off.
You can steal our name /logos, and we probably won't sue you. So, do you know
It's
what?
not even stealing. It's free advertising for his dumb company. And he's the richest person in the world. What the fuck does he care?
Yeah, but people do. Let's be honest, right? A lot of companies get hung up about people using their logo. Fucking hell, we've had
Right,
people
because they're
trying to
wor-
copyright
yeah.
all sorts of bullshit.
Right, because they're trying to make sure that their company doesn't end up looking bad. He knows this is going to end up looking good, which is why he's like, we're probably not going to sue you. They reserve the right to sue him if they, are profiting from it in some way, or they're making the company look
Well,
bad.
he's going to profit. He's
but-
making a game on the back of it.
Oh, yeah, but not like really profiting. They're not
No,
going
he's not,
to... It's
he's
not
a
like...
little indie developer.
He's not starting his own... The big thing is that people don't want a company that's going to compete with the company you have. There's
Yeah, he's
no
not
way this is
doing
going to
that.
compete with him. So
No, he's not. He's
it's
not
just
doing
free
that.
advertising for them. Fuck Elon Musk.
Yeah, fuck
Like
Elon
anybody
Musk.
fucking gives a shit.
Fuck Elon Musk.
Stupid. And it's a shame because his wife makes good music, but I can't listen to it without thinking of him. So I'm like, I'm not listening to your music anymore, Grimes. Pick a different husband.
Yeah.
fair.
Gabe Newell has given an interview this week. Did you see this?
I did not. It's been a while. He came out from his hobbit hole.
Well, he is in it. He literally is still in New Zealand. He's still there.
Well, there you go.
He's been there since the launch of Half-Life Alyx, because obviously once pandemic and lockdown and shit happened, he wasn't allowed to leave the country. I can think of worse places to be stuck, to be honest. New Zealand is a lovely place. But yeah, he's been
And
quarantined.
there's very little coronavirus there because they did.
There's no
smart policies.
coronavirus there. There's none
Yeah.
there.
Well, they just had another case.
There is
so
today,
they got
yeah.
one.
There is
Yeah,
today.
one case or whatever,
Right.
probably.
Ha ha! How's it feel?
700 million.
I know, yeah.
How's
one
it
case.
feel, New Zealand? Now you're now,
Now
bro.
you know what we feel like.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Yeah, the national news channel has got him to do sit down and do an interview, and as always, not answer any questions they gave him. But obviously, because they were a bit ignorant, they, not really a game. They asked him, obviously, what games have you got in development? And he responded saying that they definitely have games in development, and that was about the size
Yes,
of
that's
it.
correct. We have games in development. Next question.
There you go.
Wow. He plays his cards to the chest, doesn't he? I mean, the
I,
company does,
I
not
love him, to be honest.
Of course. What's not to love? And he spoke up early for female protagonists in games, which was, that wasn't easy for him to do. But he made it clear, like, fuck you. If you don't think women can be central protagonists, then you're just jackass. So
I mean, this
good on
is
him.
what he said. This is how he said it, which is brilliant. He went, "We definitely have games in development that we're going to be announcing. It's fun to ship games," he said, and
sure
that
it
was it, right?
I
and
remember
then
when we did that 2 years ago.
And then the bigger question was whether they'll finish and release any of the games they're currently tinkering with. Newell's mentioned that Valve might actually announce any of what they have in development is interesting. Somewhat on the subject, Newell said, Alex was great. To be right, doing single player games that create a lot of momentum inside of the company to do more of that. And that was it. And then he finally finished with, I've successfully not spoken about those things for a long time, and I hope to continue to not talk about them until they are moot questions. And then we'll move on.
He's a funny dude. Like, he's genuinely funny.
He is. And then we'll move on to a new set of questions.
There you go. And the other thing, again, as I said about the Humble Store, like, the fact that Steam will give you your money back for any game up to 2 hours after you bought it, like, that's good. That's a smart thing. That makes me want to keep giving Steam money.
Oh, yeah. I love Gabe Newell. He's so brilliant, isn't he?
Now, on the other hand, Steam is a huge corporation, and I hate corporations, so screw Gabe.
Yeah, but we still like Gabe. Come on, we all like
Gabe.
Gabe.
Yeah,
we all
exactly.
like Gabe.
I like him as much as I can like a corporation CEO.
Yeah, but it kind of is and it isn't.
Dude, is there any rich people that you like?
Stop it. It's not that I don't like rich people as people. It's that I don't like the way that they try to hoard all the wealth for themselves.
He doesn't like what they stand for.
I don't like the policies that they promote and the money they spend on lobbying to destroy democracy. That's what I have a problem with.
Yeah.
So the answer is no, you don't like any
personal.
rich people.
It's not
he doesn't
personal.
like anybody.
I'm sure they're very nice people. Almost doing all right. I like him. He's a good person.
He hates everybody. Duke hates everybody.
Yeah.
If
you're a person, I hate you.
Hates
if
everyone.
If you're a kid,
shut the up, kid.
Probably hates you as well.
Any other news, or are we ready to move
No,
on?
that's probably about it, really. But that likes to,
Whoa, that ruled.
Okay, first email this evening is off Nigel Strutt.
Nigel Strutt.
The Struttmeister?
The Struttmeister. And he says, this Chinny, this is directed at you.
Oh, no.
Chinny, COD, Black Ops lag. You know, you mentioned last week about lag.
Well, Warzone lag.
Warzone lag in general. Lag. He says, Jen, still loving what you're doing and wishing you all and your families good health and happiness in 2021. Chinny.
Yes.
Chinny. Chinny. I am playing COD on an Xbox One X, and COD Black Ops is laggy as fuck.
But I'm not playing Black Ops. It's Warzone.
Listen. Let him get to his point first before you jump in.
Okay.
I wonder if you played Warzone through COD Modern Warfare servers instead of through the Black Ops servers, whether that would help. Struttmeister, I don't even know what that means. Maybe you do.
I don't know how you do that.
Well, yeah, I'm guessing you play it.
I thought they're all the same server. I don't know. You just Warzone is its own game on my Xbox. I click Warzone, and then that Warzone thing starts.
Don't ask me. I don't play this. It means nothing to me. What he's saying is like double Dutch.
I bought one of those TP link things as well.
All right, yes.
You
said, yeah.
And I plugged it in. This was yesterday. I plugged it all in, and it worked. I was very impressed with very simple it was. Really, I just plugged it in, and off we go. And that's what I'm using now. Like, this PC used to be connected via a Wi-Fi extender with an Ethernet connection on it, right? But I was fairly confident that it wasn't going to work because I've always used the Wi-Fi extender for my PC and Xbox, and it's always been fine. And then all of a sudden, it hasn't. All right, so that doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? It's not like I've
Right.
changed my internet in some way. So I tried the TP link. My Wi-Fi, my internet on my PC is fine. Any other game that I play on my Xbox is fine. Play Warzone, it's bad again. So it wasn't the Wi-Fi extender. It was, the TP link didn't work. Maybe something that's saying has some truth to it because it has been kind of since Black Ops came out.
But how didn't you get back on the other server?
But like I have Black Ops installed. Maybe I can uninstall that. Maybe I can reinstall Modern Warfare. I don't know. But like Warzone is its own client on my Xbox. Do you know what I mean? Like it's its own.
Yeah, so there's
thing.
no way to choose a server.
So I don't choose a server.
Yeah.
The only difference, I suppose, is that my Xbox knows that I've got Black Ops and not Modern Warfare installed on my hard drive. Maybe it seems a little loose to me. I don't buy it. The only thing I haven't tried, which is a fairly simple sort of test, but it's a little bit of a ball ache, is to move my Xbox downstairs and plug it straight into the modem via an Ethernet cable. But that to me, if it doesn't work, then it's out of my hands. The only thing I could do is to buy a new Xbox. That's the only difference.
Ugh.
And I'm not.
And then it might not fix it. You might have the same.
And it might not
issue
fix it.
with
So
the
that's what I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not going to do that because I don't believe that's going to work. So after I've tried a TP link, it didn't work on my. If I tried the plug-in into modem, it still doesn't work. I just kind of have to live with it. I can uninstall Black Ops once I've finished it. Uninstall Warzone again. Reinstall it. Maybe that will work. And you might be right, Nigel. Yeah, you might be right. I'm not ruling it out, and I will uninstall Black Ops and uninstall Warzone and reinstall Warzone just to try it because I've got nothing else to try at this point, other than playing PUBG, which we know that's not going to fucking happen. So it's unfortunate that I don't know. I play Red Dead Online. I played Black Ops multiplayer, and that didn't lag. So
interesting.
I was just like, that's weird. Like it's weird. Why doesn't the multiplayer not lag, but the Warzone does? Don't get it.
Right.
Who knows? Next email this evening is off Jason. And he says this: you gotta know when to fold them.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
You
That's
know
what
when to
poker's.
fold
That's
them.
what poker's all about. You gotta know when to fold.
Yeah.
I know that now. I knew none of this about 2 months ago, but I do now. I don't know.
Patience. Poker needs patience.
It does. He's linked to a story about GameStop shares that rose 69% on Friday. So shares in GameStop rose by 69%.
Oh wow.
And it's something to do. I don't really know. This is all. I mean, Duke might know what this means because he knows.
I got shares. I own shares.
He owns shares.
Yeah.
But apparently, the hype on a Reddit board created what is known as a short squeeze on GameStop. GameStop stock.
Well, I don't know about short squeeze, but a short is when you bet that a company's going to fail.
Yeah, well, that's what was happening, right?
So
But
I
then
guess
a
a squeeze
Reddit,
is when you convince a bunch of people to short a company's stock.
yeah. But then members of a Reddit board, which is our Wall Street Bets, who have been generating interest in stock, criticized this other company that was saying it was going to fail on the Reddit message board and continued praising the stock on social media, meaning people bought it rather than it failing.
Let me explain something to y'all people here. Okay?
I have no clue what any of this
Here's
shit
Wall Street 101, all right? You ready? You know Tinkerbell from Peter Pan?
Yeah.
You clap for her and she exists, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's the stock market. Like, whatever you can convince people is reality, that becomes reality on the stock market.
Well, that is basically what happens at the end of trading places, isn't it? Because that is like a real
exactly.
thing. What they did is a real thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
very
why The Big Short is an interesting movie. It's why Margin Call is one of the most important movies about the economic world ever. It's what Inside Job, the documentary film, explains about the 2008 crash. It's all based on perception. There's no hardcore. It's a castle based on a cloud, and as soon as we stop looking at the cloud, everything goes crashing to the ground. So I'm surprised there isn't more chaos in the markets, to be honest, based on what fucking Reddit idiots doing 8chan and Twitter trolls. And I mean, there's got to be people there are people, it's Russian troll bots, whose entire job is to try to make the Wall Street markets crash every day. That's what they do. Time to go make Wall Street crash, or try.
Anyway, this is his point. He says, why would anyone invest in a brick and mortar game store?
That's a good question.
If you want in, just buy some Take-Two or Ubisoft or Blizzard. Ask Bob, he'll tell you. The Rockstar...
let me explain what's going on. It's funny you should ask. Here's the thing. Look, yeah, we all know that the big companies make the money, whatever. But you never know when Take-Two is going to do a Project Red. Yeah? 6 months ago, if I had said do a Project Red, you would have said, what? Turn out a great series of games like The Witcher. Hey, they can do no wrong. They're awesome. Golden Children. They're magnificent. What's going to go wrong with Cyberpunk? Everything, it turns out. And that's the thing. You never know what a company's going to do, which is why a blue chip is a blue chip. All right, my friends? The blue chips are safe. AT&T ain't going nowhere. Monsanto ain't going nowhere. Dow Chemical ain't going nowhere. So, General Motors ain't going nowhere. Yeah, brick and mortar's on their way out probably. 10 years ago, Borders, okay. But, for now, there's enough people who want their games. They go to the mall. Mom, I want to go in a store. You have a lot of sales going that way. And when grandma's like, I don't know, what do we know about Timmy? I think he likes video games. Yeah, let's go get him a video game at the store at the mall. I got to go to get a pretzel at Auntie Anne's anyway. So, that's why people buy GameStop. Now, it so happens that I have a lot of stock in GameStop. I'm not saying that you should necessarily support it, but you should.
There you go. Is that it? Is he done?
Bob should have his own
done.
podcast.
He just ran past me. He was in a hurry to get out. He didn't even say goodbye. How rude.
Yeah, he finishes with that Rockstar. That Rockstar is 10 times more valuable now that fake money is so big in games.
Rockstar is one of the blue chips of gaming companies, I think, because they don't take dumb chances.
No. Invest now, kids. Be rich in 10 years. Fake money rich, just like Bob. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you for that. Final email this evening is off Jacinta.
Oh, snap. Hang on. I got a sound. I don't have one for Jason. I should get a Jason sound clip.
Her name is Jacinta.
She says this. Fuck this developer. I'm done.
Oh, snap.
Fuck yourself.
Not just a game, a whole developer.
Damn.
I just want to say, fuck this
So
game.
developer.
I'm done.
Before I read the email, any guesses which developer she may be?
I'm going to say CD Projekt Red.
Okay.
Well, she has been playing Last of Us Part 2, so I wonder if it's maybe Naughty Dog. I hope not.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
Let's find out. It says, hey, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, hey.
I'm off to work now and trying to make the most of my last few weeks of freedom before I have a screaming newborn baby.
She gonna have a baby.
Baby.
No. Pictures, please. We want to see
pics.
We like
and of you. I mean, we're curious to see what all our
just by the way,
but we're also
unless it's ugly, because we don't want to see no.
Yeah,
ugly
we don't want to see an ugly baby.
Don't listen to Stuart and Shinny.
We don't want to look like a Cabbage Patch doll. You know what I'm saying?
Because then we have to be polite and go, oh, it's so beautiful.
Lovely.
Listen to Carl Pilkington over here. It looks like a frog.
Anyway, so I've been trying to finish games from my backlog, but I think I have to give up on one developer.
Uh-oh. Which developer?
I'm so fucking done with Ubisoft.
Oh, snap. Well, that's not too surprising. I think a lot of people feel that
Why?
way. Shinny, don't you kind of feel like that?
With Assassin's Creed, yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
fair enough.
Why do they put out such boring trash? Do
You
they
have to be more specific.
do they even hire someone to write a coherent narrative?
Oh, God, no. They've never had good stories in Ubisoft.
I
games.
gave Assassin's Creed 2. Now, you see, I'm going to defend this because I quite liked Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, I like Assassin's Creed.
A decent try and got through about half of it. I don't get why people love this game. Apologies to the fans of Ezio, but he's an annoying twat.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Assassin's Creed 2. It was a revolutionary game at the time. Now, at this point, we've had 100,000 other Assassin's
That's
Creed
true.
games, and
That's
2
true.
isn't the best one to start with. So it's kind of like seeing Star Wars New Hope in 2021. Like,
Yeah.
you look at it and you go, I mean, my students look at it and they're, what the fuck is this? Like, these
I
special
think that
effects
about
suck.
I think that about Citizen Kane. You know, where like
Of
Citizen
course,
Kane
right.
is like one of the
Look,
best
the
films
sign's
ever.
coming apart. Oh
And
my
you're like,
God.
I mean, it's all right now.
It was a big deal
At the time, I can see how
Right.
this
And
would
it's-
blow people's nipples off, but it's all right.
And that's the thing with like the Beatles. I've never gotten into the Beatles music. It just doesn't do it for me. But I recognize them as a historical, important.
I think the interesting thing about the Star Wars thing, you can watch that in Dolby Vision on Disney Plus. And it looks terrible. Like in
Well,
Dolby
everything
Vision-
looks terrible to you. Borderlands, everything.
Yeah, but that is not a film that benefits from super duper 4K HDR because
Of
once
course
you
not. It was made in 1973.
no, once you see it like that, you see the suits are made out of a bit of stuck on plastic. You know what I mean?
Of course.
It's not a good thing to see in a really sharp.
Right. So the point is, look, here's the thing. I don't remember wetting my pants about the story in Assassin's Creed 2. I thought it was decent. I thought it was good.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
they
all
should have done away with the stupid Abstergo stuff where you're coming out of the thing. Just let me play as this assassin. They had to
Yeah.
have that meta story, and I think the meta story was stupid. But Ezio was okay.
But anyway, she continues. The combat is awfully boring. Sounds quite posh. doesn't it? The combat is awfully boring.
Awfully boring, darling.
Yes.
Ew.
Yeah.
And the free run and climbing are jank. Not to mention the terrible fake accents. I watched every cutscene and still have no understanding of what the story is. Thinking back on that era of games, I actually enjoyed and finished both Fable 3 and Final Fantasy 13. So it's not like I can't tolerate flaws. I
know that's Final Fantasy 7, but I couldn't resist.
Yeah, it works. I then forgivingly tried Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag.
Black Flag's the one.
The first few hours of both of those bored me to tears as well.
Wow. Just kind of a hater this week.
Yeah, she's really hating. Looking back, I realised I've never finished a single Ubisoft game.
Not even Far Cry?
No, and I've started a food. Well, I'm saying no for him. I'm guessing it is a no.
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 Presumptuous of you.
I've started a fair few recently. The Division, Wildlands, Watch Dogs. The graphics are always gorgeous, but the stories lack any sort of real substance, and the combat isn't enjoyable enough to make up for it.
See, that's the thing is I agree with the stories 100%, but the combat in Far Cry is magnificent. I thought Wildlands was magnificent in terms of the combat, and so I just I just put up with the stories for me.
Well, she then says, and this maybe answers a question I just answered wrongly. I haven't tried any Far Cry games,
Oh,
though.
for fuck's sake, Stu.
As first-person shooters make me feel sick.
You should stay away from Far Cry. Which is a
Speaking
shame,
of,
because I think those are the best Ubisoft games of all. And here's the here, let me finish this point. The stories in the Far Cry games suck. I keep getting more and more angry with them because they keep being more and more infuriating. The ending of Far Cry 2 is so horrible. The ending of Far Cry 3, not great, but it's over-sexualized, nativistic bullshit. Far Cry 4 is India, good guys, bad guys, who knows? Everybody sucks. Same with Wildlands. And then Far Cry 5, just, oh my God. You want to hate the ending of a game, play Far Cry 5.
wow, thank you for that, Duke. Speaking of first-person shooter games, I did revisit a little Destiny 2 for old time's sake.
Destiny 2, you and me just said to it like this.
Early last year, this was the game I streamed on Twitch.
Ooh.
I totally burnt myself out trying to stream 20 hours a week
Oh my
to
God.
grow my channel and teach full-time, not to mention the damage I did to my body, forcing myself to ignore headaches and repetitive strain.
You got to get some of them eye drops. I recently found fake tears. They're very helpful to avoid headaches because we don't blink as much when we stare at screens as we should. So blink more. Just close your eyes every once in a while. And
The other thing is go to bed as well. That's the other cure.
Go to bed 20 hours a week.
Don't stream for 20 hours a week when you're
Right.
teaching. We are going to have a teacher podcast, by the way, at some point. Talk about teaching gaming.
But hey,
Hey.
I got affiliates, so I achieved my goal. That was a weird few months. So I have a soft spot for this game and thought it might be okay on console to avoid the wrist pain, but alas, I only lasted about 2 hours before I had to stop playing. Stupid motion sickness induced headache.
That sucks.
I love that game to death, but I really can't play it. Oh,
Sorry.
oh, Duke.
Oh.
Oh, Duke.
Oh,
What?
Duke.
Oh, Duke.
What? Just say it.
There is a pretty decent multiplayer mode on Destiny 2 if you're sick of Battlefront 2 veterans.
Nope.
Talk
And
to
nope.
Lord Shax in the tower, and then you can use the map to queue for Crucible. You might like control mode, even though it only has 3 control points. I'd play it more if I could.
Here's the thing. When you start playing the Crucible, you are going to die every 3 seconds with people who are so overpowered. It's just not even funny. So that's the other reason I'm not into the PvP in general, but that PvP in particular, fuck me. There needs to be some sort of ranked or system of, because they've tried to level everything out by making you start at like power level 1050 and then the max is like 1270 or something. But the difference between 1050 and 1270 is enormous. And meanwhile, everybody has shields and all this amazing loot. And I got my little pea shooter. Pew, pew. It's ridiculous. Forget it. Never mind. Not happening.
Not happening.
No, sorry. Thank you for the suggestion, but no.
So, I've been pretty bummed that like my last few weeks of gaming haven't been what I'd hoped.
Yeah.
But today, I tried Dragon Age Iquiquig.
Oh, okay.
And I'm really, really enjoying it.
Tell us what you really think.
I binged like 6 hours today. Bring on sloth mode. I love that game, by the way. I played and I
should
finished
retry
it.
it
I
someday.
played hours and hours of it. It's such a good game. I
Couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I need
Loved
to try
it.
it again, I think.
I'm currently 34 weeks pregnant.
Damn.
Yay.
And pregnancy lasts about 38 to 42 weeks. So that roughly gives me 6 weeks of total freedom left. I'm pretty set on finishing Iquiquig and maybe trying some Control. I still have hope for this game that it won't disappoint. No, it's good. It's good Control. You'll like it. I guarantee you'll like it.
You like it.
I guarantee it.
A guarantee needs to be backed up by something, Stuart. If she doesn't, what will you do?
I don't know.
Shit his pants.
In the eye with a pencil.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, question. Here we go. If you had 6
Okay,
weeks
here we
left of gaming time before you had to cut back drastically or perhaps entirely, how would you spend it? In this scenario, you don't have to work. So like 6 full weeks of gaming binge. What games would you play?
I think just a good like at the moment for me, it would be like a good mafia game, like the Mafias.
Yeah, well, that's not going to take you 6 weeks, is it?
No, I'm building up to it.
It'll take you like 2 days.
Like no, it won't.
Yeah, well, because you've got 6 weeks with no work to do.
Yeah, but you're not going to play constantly all day.
Well, you
Have a
might.
break and have a poo and watch some Netflix and stuff.
Have a poo.
You know,
Gotta have a poo.
Eat. So I would get through Mafia 1, Mafia 2, and I know just into like third person kind of games. For me, then I'd probably a lot of Warzone, so a good multiplayer game that I enjoy, and then maybe something that I just don't know of, something on the old Game Pass, try something new. Yeah, so I'd mix it up with few games that I know that I'm gonna like. A good multiplayer game, and then one game that I just like a kind of wild card. That's what I'd do.
I can see that.
Quite like that.
Yeah, I don't think I would change too much. I think my approach would kind of, I mean, I every gaming day I treat it like my last. Like, what am I most, looking to have fun with? Something new. I'm not too worried about new things. I'll get to new things eventually, maybe, when they're not new anymore. And then, yeah, just and think about what kind of effect I want the game to have on me. That's something that's why I haven't played as much Rocket League in the last few weeks as I usually do. Is because I realize that I'm spending so much time arguing with sour, angry children and being tense about my rank. Like, who needs that shit? And yeah, the thrill of scoring and winning is great, but yeah, at the end of the day, I just didn't like the effect it was having on me.
No, I don't disagree with you. Games should be fun. You should be
Yeah.
fun playing a game.
Yeah, and not add stress to our lives.
Do you know what I think I would do? All right.
What's that?
I would, if I had the cash, right, I'd get the beastie of his beasts of a PC. And then I would just explore the world in VR on Flight Simulator. I'd just do that because you can spend hours and hours and hours just flying around the world, man, and just seeing new places.
For 6 weeks? Damn.
Of course, totally, right? I would not take the headset off unless you had to eat. And even then, you can kind of eat,
crazy.
I suppose, if you got the headset on. It'd be fine. Hot dogs.
Just get some
they
of
would
that
work.
Soylent product and just drink that through a straw. You don't need to take the helmet off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that would be a good game to waste a lot of time, you know, and just sort of see shit. So there you go. I think that's what I would do. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, there is more. Just bear with me. I will finish the email just a minute. I've just
Okay.
gone off it for a second. I'm back on it now. And she says this. I hope you all have a great week. Jacinta, there you go. It was worth the wait. It was worth the wait.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Jacinta.
Right. Final email. I guess we have one more, believe it or not.
Final email.
And that's off Lewis. And he says this. Hello, veterans.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, veterans. Hope you've all had a good week as normal. I don't think there's ever anything normal at the moment about people's weeks. No such thing as normal. Just wanted to say thanks to Chinny for giving me the game grid. It is awesome.
Oh, cool.
So thanks for that one. Also, a couple of weeks ago, I said Cyberpunk was my 5th best game of last year. There was 2 reasons for this. The first being that I only played 5 new games last year. That's kind of funny. And the second being that my mate Barney loved the game and has put over 100 hours into it. That's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I only got about 6 hours in before refunding, and it was all right. But I really didn't like the driving. Yeah, driving is so jank in that game. And the open world was a bit hollow. I think that it had potential, which just wasn't realized. After that email, I realized that I did play more than 5 new games last year. I played a game called Good Job on the Switch, which was really fun, and I actually completed. Plus, I played Animal Crossing, so I'd like to move Good Job into 5th place and boot out Cyberpunk because those other games were way better. Right.
Damn.
Big question. What's the most forgettable game you ever played?
The most forgettable game we've ever played?
I can't remember.
We obviously forgot it.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah, we all made the same joke, right then. Right, this
I'll tell you, here's a better question though. What's a game you wish you could forget? Because I got 2: Undertale and the Stanley Terrible. I don't wish I could forget. I don't wish I could forget Heavy Rain. I enjoy yelling about that. It was miserable to play it, but it's fun to talk about it now. Undertale. I've never had a good discussion about Undertale because either people are like me and they're like, this is pretentious bullshit, or they're like, it's the most innovative game ever. No. You thought you were being good by killing things. It turns out you're evil. Oh, big revolutionary concept.
Wow, I think that's a bit
Fuck
mean.
Undertale and everybody who likes it.
I agree. I agree with this statement.
Wow. What about you, Chinny?
My name's Mike, and I support this message.
Yeah.
A game that I wish I could forget.
Yeah, a game you wish you could forget.
Probably Deadly Premonition, I think.
Wow.
I hated it so much.
See, you're just wrong. I can only say that so many times.
Yeah. I just didn't like it. I just thought it was bad.
I don't know what to say. You're just wrong.
Well, no, I'm not.
Talk about a game you wish you could forget, Stu. Let's keep this moving.
You're just wrong. The one game, right, that I wish I could forget was Assassin's Creed Revelations.
It wasn't that bad.
It was fucking jank. It was shit. It was horrible.
It wasn't as bad.
I don't know what it was, right? I hardly played it. I put it in, and I bet you I played less than an hour, and I'm just like, I just hate this game already. I just hated it. I don't know what it was. I just hated that game.
My issue with that game is that like a lot of the levels are in caves, and if you're
I
an
don't know, I never got
assassin,
that far.
if you're an assassin running on rooftops and stuff, caves is like the worst place to be. But that's what I didn't like about that game. It wasn't great. I'll agree.
Didn't like it at all. Didn't like it.
I think it was bad.
Terrible game. Right. I guess we better move on because we've got a quiz to do. Derek has set us a quiz.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. So does that mean, I guess we do time for the quiz?
It's time for the quiz. It's time for the quiz. We play the shitty sound clip when it's time for the quiz.
I mean, it's a speak pipe in form, but not a traditional speak pipe.
No, because it's just the answers.
Yeah, this is just the answers.
The
right,
answers.
okay. So I got the answers queued up and ready to go, but you're going to read the
he
questions
says
first.
this. It's quiz time again, but don't quote me on that.
Okay.
Perhaps my easiest quiz yet, veteran gamers.
Okay.
Ooh.
I
Now,
thought
here's the thing. Wait. Hang on a second. Sorry.
Hang on.
You got to be careful when you.
Hang on.
You got to be careful when you
Hang
say
on.
something like that, because if you say this is real easy and then it's actually difficult for the person who's trying to do it, then they feel extra stupid when they get things wrong. So just I trust you when you say it's easy, but let's see.
I thought I'd ease you into 2021 with some fun little song lyric teasers. Obviously, answers by SpeakPipe as usual. I've chosen all North American artists this time. Yeah, that's
all right. I get an advantage.
But we'll probably choose all UK artists if I do a follow-up quiz.
Then I'll have a disadvantage.
All songs were released as singles, and I have given you the year of release as a further clue.
Okay.
There is 1 point for the name of the song and 1 point for the name of the singer or group. So a total.
I'm actually going to keep track.
You're going to have to. 20 points are up for grabs. Here is my totally made up on the spot targets to aim for: 1 to 8 points, nerds. 9 to 14 points, hipster wannabes. 15 to 20 points, cool cats. There you go.
Cool.
So crank that gramophone handle and let us begin. Question number 1. This single was released in 1993. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta go because it got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make
the ass drop. Went to a red light. Now I'm looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight, and everything is all right. I got a beat from Kim, and she could do it all night. Ice Cube, today was a good day. What?
There you go. Well, let's
so it's
hear.
2 points for me?
Well, yeah, it's 2 points for. No, it's a collective.
Okay.
It's a collective, isn't it?
Right, but I'm winning because I'm awesome.
You're winning.
Well, he fed me something that I listen to very
Ice
often.
Cube.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
O'Shea Jackson is his birth name.
Right, let's hear him and give the answer. Come on, cue it up.
Oh, right, I got the answers queued up here on the
You gotta hear it. We gotta hear it.
Okay.
Okay, veteran gamers, here are the answers to the song lyric quiz.
Here it comes.
Number 1, you'll be feeling really good if you said Ice Cube, it was a good day.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What the fuck am I thinking about, Pooh?
Question
That's
number
the end of the song.
Wow. Okay. Question number 2. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Question number 2.
Okay.
2003. Here is the clue. Hurry up, because you're talking, not talking too long. Hurry up, because you're taking too long. Talk to me, boy. Better have you naked by the end of this song.
Better have you naked by the end of this song.
Justin Timberlake. What's the song?
Isn't it called?
I don't want to love you, baby.
Love you, baby.
All I know is that she had a wardrobe malfunction when they did it at the Super Bowl.
It's that song, isn't it? That's good enough.
Yeah.
Justin
I think it's
Timberlake,
called
the song with where he's wearing a hat.
Right, naked.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm sure you rocked the answer by saying Justin Timberlake, rock your body.
Rock your body.
Okay.
There you go.
1 point.
So we got 1 point for that.
Though. Only 1 point.
Yeah.
Question number 3, 1995. Here we go.
See, the mid-90s, that's my jam, so I'm likely to get these. Go ahead.
Coming from the town of Ilian Alleys, are full of fillies and rallies. Suckers get silly as Sally, then found in alleys. I'm rowdy really.
I actually don't know what that is. It sounds like a rap song. It sounds like maybe The Roots, because they're from Philly. But
I have no. Don't ask me.
Their
I'm
first
not
album,
gonna,
I don't know.
I haven't got a clue.
Wow, I feel bad. I should know that, but I don't. 95. I mean, maybe Jay-Z? Because he's probably going to pick someone popular, right? He's not going to pick, like, Das Effects.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say Jay-Z.
Okay.
Number 3, you were in a good flow if you answered naughty by nature, feel me flow.
Right. Okay. Well, I should have known that, but I didn't. I'm not up on my naughty by nature. I know Hip Hop Array. I know OPP, but that's it.
God, we're not gonna get nerds at this point.
Well, 1 through 8 is nerds. So.
Question
But
number
we
4.
want hipster wannabes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Question number 4, which is 1989. So 1989.
I was 4.
I know. Yeah, I was. I don't know, older.
40.
Yeah, I was already 40 at that point. Right, 1989. Here we go. Eisenhower vaccine. England's got a new queen. Mariciano Liberace. Santayana goodbye. I do know this.
Is that We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
We didn't start the fire. We got all the points and we are big nerds.
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
Number 4, you were on fire as far as the answers were concerned if you answered Billy Joel, we didn't start the fire.
Awesome.
Hey, 2 points. 2 points.
Who started it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Question number 5 is in 1997. So Duke, better get it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Here we go. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom, deadly when I play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. It's not Ice Ice
Wait a minute.
Baby.
I think it is Ice Ice Baby.
wow.
No, wait, that wasn't 97 though, was it?
No, 1990 this is. Oh, I've
1990.
Sorry, I've gone one ahead. I'll go back to that one. Well, we know what question 6, question 5. I've skipped one by mistake. Sorry.
Okay. Fuck Vanilla Ice, but it is Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah, that is 1990, and that's Vanilla Ice. We know what the next one is anyway. Question number 5. See, we can do 2 in 1 go here. So don't fear us, cheer us. If you ever get near us, don't
Men in Black.
fear us. We are the
Will
fear.
Smith, Men in Black. Will Smith, Men in
Hey.
Black.
There's Chinny with 2
97.
points. What's up?
Fuck you.
All right. Yeah.
Number
That
5,
was the B-side.
I'm sure the universe is still safe, but I hope you answered Will Smith, Men in Black.
Oh,
2
yeah.
points for that. Keep going, keep
6,
going.
Word to your mother. That was Vanilla Ice and Ice Ice Baby.
Now, I don't know if people understand why I hate Vanilla Ice, so let me
You just hate
explain
him.
real
Hate
quick.
him.
I hate him. Not
it 'cause he's a
because he's
dick?
pop rap. What?
Because he's a dick.
No, there's lots of rappers who are dicks. That's one of the things you need to be to get started as a rapper. But here's the thing. He's a perpetrator. He's a fraud because he grew up in suburban Texas. But when it came time for him to write a bio as a rapper, his agent was like, we're going to say you came from the slums of Miami. So he's like, all right, Miami, my town that made all the bass sound. No, it's not your town. You didn't come from the ghetto. Shut up and stop pretending like you're something you're not. And then people called his card on it, and he was like, well, that was just what my agent wanted to say. I'm like, motherfucker, you said it too. Don't lie. Come on.
Is there an element of like he was a young man and it's
Yeah.
not the first time that someone played him and he's like, I don't know, I'll just go along with it.
Well,
I
he
don't
got played, and you have to keep it real. That's the #1 rule in hip hop.
I don't
Keep
t-
it
like,
real.
I-
The Beastie Boys kept it real. The Beastie Boys were like, we're punk, we're hip hop, we're Buddhists, whatever. This is who we are. Third Base kept it real. House of Pain kept it real.
Do you know what I think is the funniest thing? That he barely made any
Sucks.
money off it because he stole the music.
Well,
from,
right,
like,
and he should have
David
gotten.
Bowie and,
Yeah, he should have
Freddie
gotten sued
Mercury
from
and-
David Bowie. And, yeah,
they took
'Cause
all
that's
the
a great
royalties.
song. Yeah,
They
exactly.
took all the royalties.
Punk. What a
because he
punk. All right,
thought it
let's
would
keep
be
going. I
fine.
don't want to. I don't want
fine.
to dwell on this idiot.
Okay,
right,
number
next
7.
question.
2000 is the year. 2000.
Ooh.
This is a very easy one. I already know what it is, but we'll see
Okay.
if you guys know. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake
It's
it.
Andre Outcast, Andre 3000, with the shake it basically. I think.
Yeah, basically shake it.
Yeah.
It's
think
funny.
it's-
AT Aliens is like the only album of theirs I know at all. So if it's
I
not
don't
AT
think.
Aliens, I don't know.
I don't think that's 2000.
Uh,
Well,
I think that's
I don't know that song.
2003 or something. I don't. Think
oh,
that's-
oh.
I'm gonna Google that
shots fired.
right
Controversy.
now.
Let's see what
Controversy.
the speak pipe
Cast.
says.
Shake it.
Number 7. Hopefully your answer didn't
Hey,
stank
yeah,
if
yeah.
You said Outcast. Hey, yeah.
Is that what you said?
And
You
what-
said
so
you
you-
say that.
He said Outcast, and he said Shake It. I'm giving 1 point to Chinny.
Yeah, 1 point. 1 point.
2003,
did it come out?
September 9th,
Oh,
2003.
snap.
I think 2
Derek.
points.
So I
because
think
you-
we get 2 points because he got the year wrong.
Yeah, you got the year
Okay.
on. for that. 2
Well,
points.
then in that case, we have 11 points so far. We're in hipster wannabe territory, people, and there's still questions to go. We need to
Question
get,
number 8.
let's see, wait, hang on a second. We got 6,
Hang on a second.
10, 11. We need to get 4 more points, and then we are cool.
Okay, here we go.
Rosa.
1990 again, Duke. 1990. Here we go.
1990. Yeah, okay.
I got a dance real easy to do. I learned it with no rhythm, and so can you. So move your body. You got the notion. Front to back.
Oh, God.
Motion.
Is that Do the Locomotion?
Yes,
It
I
is
think
Do the Locomotion. Oh,
Wow.
God. Who was that?
that's Kylie Minogue, isn't it?
Is it Kylie
Minogue?
Oh.
Who's Kylie Minogue?
Well,
Kylie Minogue. I used
you know
to
the
call
little
Kylie Minogue.
fish that was a singer?
Kylie
Kylie,
Minogue.
Monologue.
Kylie
Right.
Minogue.
All right, we're up to 13 points.
Well,
Let's
you
hear
know,
it.
we might be wrong. We might be wrong.
Feeling like dancing. If you said Bart Simpson, do
Oh.
Bart.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn it. I should've-
Wow.
Oh, my God. That's a disgrace. I can't be on this podcast anymore, people. Goodbye
No. Duke's done.
Duke.
Disgrace. Boo. I hate you.
Locomotion.
Not a true fan. Not a true fan. You suck.
Oh my God. I think Duke's gone to kill
He should.
himself.
He should. That's what he should do.
Is he a Simpsons fan at all?
In my defense, Deep Deep Trouble is a much better song.
Deep
That jam
Trouble.
was made for the radio. Deep
Deep,
Trouble is
deep,
the
no,
jam.
Duke. Deep Trouble is
Duke,
what
Duke.
hipster Simpsons fans pretend they like better.
I don't want to hear that. Look, I should have known it. I'm not going to lie. I should have known that. I am disgraced.
Oh
I'm
my
never going to live that down.
God.
I feel really
I
bad
hate
about
you.
not getting that.
Yeah,
I
I
hate
hate
me
you
too.
I hate
Yes,
you too. 'cause
it's okay.
could have
You can hate
lost
me
us
all you want.
Cool cats now. We only
Well,
got 2
there's
more
still
questions.
points.
We only got 2
If
more.
we get
though.
all
Gotta
4
get
points
full
on these 2 questions.
Full points. Okay, question number 9. 1987.
Okay.
A sister killed her baby because she couldn't afford to feed it, and yet we're sending people to the moon. In September, my cousin tried reefer for the first time. Now he's doing horse. It's June. I have no clue.
Is this the Teletubbies?
Come on.
Is this the what?
The Teletubbies.
Is it the Teletubbies?
Yeah, I think it is. No,
I
it's
mean,
the
it
Barney song. I love you. You love me.
You
A
killed your
killed her
sister.
baby.
Because he couldn't afford to feed it, kill the
don't-
baby.
I'm not quite sure what this is really.
Yeah, I have no idea. At first, I thought it was Brenda has a baby, but that was later, and no.
It's not a thingy, is it? This
Read it again.
a sister killed her baby because she couldn't afford to feed it, and yet we're sending people to the moon. In September, my cousin tried reefer for the very first time, and
Is
now
this-
he's doing
is-
horse in June.
Is this REM Man on the Moon?
I thought it was that. That's what just
No,
came
I
to
don't
me.
think so. I don't think so.
Because it's like he's moaning about like people going to the moon, isn't he? And that's kind of the thing that Mr. REM would do.
It's around the right year.
Yeah,
1980.
he's a right moany bastard, isn't he? That
No, wait,
REM guy.
87?
Oh no, maybe it's too early. Is it too early
87.
for
No,
REM?
that's way too early. That was Automatic for the People, Man on the Moon, and that didn't come out till like 94, 95.
Oh yeah, you might be right. Yeah, it's probably too early. I've no idea.
Is it you
But
two or
probably
some
it's a-
shit?
Yeah, we're fucked.
Hey,
We're not going to get
yeah,
cool
we're not gonna
cats
get
because
cool,
Duke
cool.
didn't know The Simpsons.
Bastard.
Yeah, well, we'll
Hey.
see about the next song too. You also don't know this, so it's not all on me. I mean,
so
I, look,
America.
whatever. I do have the badge. All right, here it comes.
Number 9, you'll feel like partying like it's 2021 if you said Prince Sign of the Times.
Oh man, I do not know that song at all.
No, I don't. I never really liked
I
that.
know like 3 or 4 Prince songs, and that's it.
I'm not a big fan of Prince.
He's okay.
No.
I like when he sung "Come On," like this is a good song. He is a talent. He can play every instrument in the room,
Yeah, yeah.
but I don't really go mad about him.
And Purple Rain is a really weird movie. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, it is.
All right, last one. Let's get as many points as we
Question
can.
number 10, 2008, Ginny. This could be your,
Oh
your life.
no!
Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm up on him. He's up on me. Don't pay him any attention. Cried my tears for 3 good years. You can't get mad at me. I've no idea.
No idea.
Wow.
No idea. Is it the Wombles?
2008.
It's
Maybe it is.
2008. Well, they came
I think it's Meet the Feebles.
Wimbledon.
came
I
back.
don't
They
know.
made a comeback, didn't they? The Wombles.
They did. Wombling 3.
Wombling 3.
Wombling 3.
I don't know.
No.
Let's take a guess. 2008.
2008.
Jay-Z.
Well,
No, I'm
don't
just kidding,
pay
it's
any
not Jay-Z.
attention. Cry my tears for 3 good years. You can't get mad at me.
You can't get mad at me. I don't know. What? Fucking. What's the name of that band? LeMayo?
LeMayo.
LMAFO? Yeah, them.
Is it Lady Leisure?
Nah, it's too.
Yeah.
No.
Crispy bacon.
Nah, that was like 2015.
Yeah, I know it was. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
There you go. We don't know.
All
Go
right,
on.
let's find out. We don't know. We give up.
And finally, number 10, you hopefully put a ring on it and said Beyonce, Single Ladies.
Wow.
So,
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the quiz. It was fun.
It's fun.
You know what? There was a question I should have got. I'm very ashamed, but that wasn't that easy. That wasn't really easy.
No.
Again,
No.
like I said.
You know, remember when Derek gave us those USBs with all the songs on them and stuff?
He did.
I put mine in the car today.
Did you?
And listened to it.
I transferred mine into my PC and then I stuck them on my VR headset and played them while I was fishing.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
there you are. Yeah.
I played them while I was fishing in VR.
Some of the songs are good. Some of them are, I don't like this. And then some of them are like, what the fuck is this shit?
I like Derek's eclectic taste in music. That's what I like.
Yeah. No, I appreciate. I'm open to listening to new things. I just sometimes I'm like, why did he put this on? And
Anyway, Jude, what was the final
vomited
score?
in the car.
What was the final score?
The final score was 10, 11, 12 points. We are solidly in the hipster wannabe territory.
We're hipster wannabes,
Nice.
but
We're
not
hipster
quite
wannabes. So,
Thanks, Derek.
Well, at least we're not nerds. That's
We're not
good that we're
nerds.
not nerds.
Well, I like being a
Yeah,
nerd.
but we're also not very cool.
We are
Whatever.
nerds.
We are nerds.
Yes, we are.
Right, some shout out times and we'll get the hell out of here. So, Duke,
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Yeah, I will shout out Andy Cox because he sent me more music and he really liked the Martin Skrilla. When I showed the students on Friday, the last day of the semester, I always show them the Martin Skrilla video, and I was like, yeah, this is still pretty decent. So I put it back out on Twitter, and a bunch of people gave me love, and I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, I will shout out the Duchess because we had a heck of a week together. So yeah, and she's making me a nice dinner tonight because it's my birthday tomorrow, but I don't give a fuck about birthdays, so who cares? And I will shout out everybody who joined us in the chat. Phaser and Stinky Poo and Doggies, and I think that's everybody in the Twitch chat. And then in the YouTube chat, we got Joystick J and Rainy Lamb and Lewis and Mr. Signs and Antonio and Fraser, and yeah, thanks everybody. Tyrone and Sean. Red Dead 2 Online for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
are my shout outs.
Okay. Brilliant. Chinny, over to you.
Well, shout out to my dad, who turned 77 this week.
Wow. Well done, Dad, Mom.
Well
77.
done, Dad. He has got to the age where every year people are just going, well done for staying alive. You know. So yeah, and he says to me, I just wake up now and every morning there's just some new pain that I have. You know, like just, you know, when you get like to your 30s and 40s and stuff and, I've got this backache. Never had that before. He said it's like that, but every day. But bless him, he's still in good spirits. He's still a young man at heart, my dad. A gentleman. So happy birthday to Vic. That's my dad,
Yeah,
Vic.
I echo that. Happy birthday, Vic.
Good old Vic. And
old Vic.
he likes documentaries about space and
I don't blame him.
At the
Space
moment,
is
he's very into the environment. He's looking at documentaries about the environment. And my dad's like he kind of considers himself a man of knowledge when it comes to space, and he was a big Stephen Hawking fan and a Carl Sagan fan, and we watched Carl Sagan together and all that sort of stuff. And my brother bought him tickets. Oh, did I buy them? I can't remember, but we bought him tickets to see Brian Cox. Right?
Oh, I love Brian Cox.
But my dad, he's like, I agreed with most of what he said. I was like, Dad, it's Brian Cox. Like,
It's Brian Cox. He's a legend.
Who the hell are you to disagree with this?
He's a
man?
bit of a he's quite a clever chap, Brian. I don't think
musician.
Yeah.
I'm the musician.
Well, no one cares about that. But anyway, yeah. So shout out to my dad for being 77. Shout out to Duke for his birthday tomorrow. I know he's a big. I'm a fucking Buddhist, so I don't believe in material things. But I know that he cries at night because no one wished him happy birthday. So happy birthday, Duke.
I know that too. I agree.
He tries to be all zen and I don't want to like the material things because then I'll feel guilty. What kind of a fucking human am I? Shut up.
It's not even that. It's just that every day is a reason to celebrate.
Oh God!
Yes,
give it a break.
But
it was Bongo's birthday, by the way, as well. Should mention that Bongo.
Yay! Bongo's birthday.
We're all getting old together. That's the nice thing.
Impressive how quick you got that clip there, Jude.
Yeah.
Hey,
We're all getting old together. Yeah. So shout out to those people and shout out to the chat and all that jazz. Thanks a lot for listening. I was thinking about this today. I don't think we've ever missed a show.
No, we've never not done one. At least something every.
There's
week.
always been an episode of the Veteran Gamers.
There has.
Since the Veteran Gamers started in January 2010, but we've been podcasting together since June 2008.
Yeah.
And when Single Ladies, the year that Single Ladies came out, and we've never ever missed a week.
Ever.
There's always been an episode out. That is unbelievable.
That's us. That is us.
It's like a force. It's like, well, if one of us can't come, then somebody else has to turn up.
Yeah, there's always someone who will fill in.
Yeah.
And because we stream online and send it out through the podcast, there are lots of ways for the force to be with you.
Star Wars.
Brilliant. Well, I've got a weird shout out. It's less of a shout out and more of a recommendation.
Was it your fucking Mixcloud thing?
No. No. If you have Spotify.
Oh yeah, I've got Spotify.
And you like listening to audio books.
Now you've stopped me.
I see. We're doing all right. See, you don't have to reach any. You just have to listen.
Go on. I'm on the search bar on Spotify. Go on.
There's an author called Natalie Gray. And Michael Anderl. Okay, so if you look up Natalie Gray. And there's quite a few books by her on there, and they're really, really good. It started out, the first books I read was the Vigilante, or listened to, should I say, was the Vigilante series. And it's really, really cool. And it's about this guy who's like a bit of a dick, and he has a spaceship that's like an AI that's really super intelligent, and it's like a person rather than an AI. It's just cool. So the Vigilante. But more recently, I finished all of that. There's like 6 or 7 books in that series. So I finished all of that. And
you need a bigger sword.
Yes. Oh my God, I love these books. They are so funny. And basically, it's all VR. So it's basically an RPG set in VR, and this girl who gets drawn into it, and it's just cool and funny. I really, really like it.
I've clicked on them, Stu. That you should be. Okay. You should be. That's a big compliment. Flattered. There you go. Because I clicked on them.
If you have like, people don't realize how many books are on Spotify. All these people who like subscribe to Audible, fuck that shit. There is a shit ton of Audible books.
You know what else is on Spotify? Podcasts.
Music and podcasts.
And we
have a lot of shit that you don't realize.
We're on Spotify.
Yeah, we've got quite a lot of followers on Spotify.
Do we?
We do. We do all right.
Also, speaking of stories, Nimbus X Part 4 is out now.
There you go. See, space. Everyone likes space.
Well, one person has said that they like Part 4.
Oh. I will read it
everyone,
point, by the way. I'll just listen to stuff. Look, if you did an audible version of it,
no, you
I'd
wouldn't.
definitely listen to that.
Well, maybe we'll see. I'll
Yeah,
think
do
about
that, and then I'll listen to it in my car on the way to work. You see, that's what I do.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Maybe I will. I don't know.
Do it, Duke. Do it. Do it.
I wrote a
But I
song.
have to register as a separate artist on Spotify. 'cause,
No, but you can just can you not just release it in the same place as the actual written story as a link? Or
well, I could, but then I don't know how you get it on your phone. I mean,
just an MP3, isn't it? End of the day, I suppose.
I guess. I don't know.
I wrote a I don't know why I did this, but I wrote a song.
What?
Yes.
What is happening?
Yesterday I was jamming on the guitar and I blurted out random words, and I said to Tara, I was like, I should write these down. She
Did you
was
just do a stream of consciousness.
She wasn't interested, right? She wasn't interested. Now it's a little rough, but I was wondering if I could play it to you.
Oh, I don't know whether this is a joke or not.
No, it's true.
I'm waiting for the punchline.
Now I kind of forgot.
He's gonna play something famous.
No. All the single ladies.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
I've kind of forgot the rhythm of it, and I haven't really
Okay.
practiced it since. But I'll give you the gist of it. It might be a bit rough. The syllables might not be right.
Okay.
I might make a mistake, but it's a work in progress, is what I'm saying. Right. I'll get the webcam on. You can see me now. Right.
I don't know what I'm expecting.
So
here.
I just genuine. I got lyrics.
Okay.
It's a genuine piece of art going on.
Go on
Right.
then. Go.
Duke, he's trying to stifle my creativity.
I'm not.
You have trained us how to listen to you.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
know
we
that
know,
every
we
time you're
know.
serious, it's a setup for a
No,
joke.
I'm being serious, right? This is true.
Well,
Okay.
it's hard for us to take you
I
seriously.
was strumming away,
Why, right?
and I wrote this verse. I wrote two verses. The second verse is very robust.
Have you got a chorus?
No, there's no chorus yet.
You need a hook, man. Where's
Hey,
the hook?
fuck you. Right. So this is the song. You ready?
Okay.
Here comes. Oh, one second. I can't remember the rhythm of it. I once punched a milkman, and I thought things would change. I woke up the next day, and it all stayed the same. The only difference was my wrist was hurting, and the milk never came. It's pretty good, isn't it? That was pretty good. And then I got another one, but this verse isn't finished, right?
Okay.
Because it doesn't really make much. It doesn't. But I was randomly strumming away.
The only thing that changed was the milk never came.
Yeah. I was randomly strumming away, and I just blurted out the words, "I once punched a milkman." Right? I don't know. I don't know why. So then I did another verse. I was on a roll, and then my creativity just kind of faded off, and I was like, "Oh, I'm done." Right.
Oh my god. That
So here we go. And again, this might be rough. I won't get this right. Here we go. You ready? I loved a woman from Scotland with hair on her face. Wait. I asked her what she did for a living. She said she worked in
Outer space.
No, hold on, I got it. Hold on.
I love that fact that you don't know
worked
your
with
own
Elon
song.
Musk in
This is
space.
great.
Sorry, I was just laughing at it. Right. Oh, I got it. I forgot the word. Right. Okay. And let's start this one again. All right.
Here we go.
Sorry.
Okay.
I loved a woman from Scotland with hair on her face. I asked her what she did for a living. Oh fuck! I forgot the name of the fucking word.
What?
What's the word? Where?
For what?
Hold on.
How do we know what's in your head?
Hold
Should I do the ending song and then we'll come back to this?
on. No. This is all part of the canon of the show.
Okay.
If you like this podcast,
No. Shut up, Greg.
Another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net.
Yeah, check that out.
VGHub.net.
What's it called when you're an amputee and you have what is it?
Phantom limb syndrome.
And you have a leg on it, and you look a fake leg. What's that?
Prosthetic.
That's it. That's the word that I'm.
Okay, here I go.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Wait a minute. Here we go.
Okay. Oh.
I loved a woman from Scotland with hair on her face. I asked her what she did for a living. She worked in prosthetics. Wait, I haven't worked this out yet. The hair on her face wasn't because she was from Scotland. It was just genetics. You know, that it's almost there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's polysyllabic rhyming. I like it.
So it's like, oh, she's from Scotland with hair on her face. She hasn't got hair on her face because she's Scottish. It's just genetics. But maybe I could say that she works in pyrotechnics because that's a fun word to say.
I thought there was going to be a Nicola Sturgeon joke in there for some reason.
No, it's too political. I don't want to get it. Yeah. So that's my song so far. It's all right. I Want to Punch the Milkman, it's called.
Well, it's good stuff. Thanks you for sharing.
Thanks very much. Glad you enjoyed it.
I guess that's the show, everybody. Thanks for listening.
That's the show. Oh my God. Wow.
Are you seriously talking about video games? How dare you?
And now it's got hot new games like The Legend of Zoltar.
But the cure's all disease, dude.
Oh.
Did I happen to mention the 40 reams for the battered women's shelter? No. Huh?
Stop it! Give me that.
Do not give these guys things that make sounds. No props that make noises. They cannot stop using them.
Wow.
And we're stopped.
There's some weird people, by the way. There's someone in the chat called Pill Cosby 4 and just put randomly women are inferior.
Ugh, troll, get out.
People are just
like
weird.
You.
I can't ban him. I'm not logged in as veteran gamer, so I can get rid of him. Ginny, get rid of him.
On YouTube or is that Twitch?
No, on Twitch.
If your name's Pill Cosby, I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Don't know. Very weird.
They're just looking for this, like acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement.
Just because their mom didn't hug them.
That's what
it was
it
too
is.
busy sucking dick. What? They started it.
He's gone
But you
anyway.
don't need to become like them.
Yes, I do.
Right, I've got to go,
choice.
people.
Thank you, Derek Sainz. We didn't say thanks for the quiz on my shout-outs. I should have said that. Thank you for the quiz, Derek Sainz.
Flipping it. Thank you very much, guys. I will.
Yeah, thank you.
Chinny,
have a good week, everybody.
Let me know if tomorrow night. God, it's tomorrow night, isn't it? Tomorrow night or Tuesday night are better for you. Or does it matter?
For what? Poker.
For Pokemon.
We never normally do it on a Monday or Tuesday.
I know, but I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday this week.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Which suits
All right,
you
I gotta
better.
go. Peace out, y'all.
See you later.
See you, folks.
Which suits you better?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay, let me know.
No problem.
Okie dokie. And I will speak to you soon then in that case.
See you in a bit.
All right, mate. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.